What is good, folks? Welcome back to the Games Done Quick channel and to the Games Done Quick Hotfix. I hope you are all having a lovely week, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever this stream or this video is finding you. These little hotfixes are things that we do in between our mainline events, Awesome Games Done Quick and Summer Games Done Quick. Now, speaking of the former, registration is actually live for Awesome Games Done Quick 2024. Guess who's got theirs? I do. I've got the green tick. I'm ready to go. I am going to be rocking up in Pittsburgh in the beginning of January. If you don't know what's going to be happening at Games Done Quick 24, Awesome Games Done Quick, you can have a look at the schedule at gamesdonequick/schedule. And why don't you let us know on social medias what you're looking forward to? We're going to be having various posts across the next couple of months, letting you know what to expect. There'll be runners sort of promoting their runs, showing you what's going to be happening. Now, amongst hotfixes and other events that we have in between our mainline events, we have Frame for Towels, which Frost for Towels is going to be coming up in March from the 3rd to the 10th. And hey, run submissions and studio applications are now open for all women/femmes in speedrunning. If you want to know any more about that, you can use !FF in the Twitch chat to find out more. But that's everything else that's going on. What is going on today? This is Going Places. This is the show, kind of call it a speedrun travel show. We go around the world looking for region-exclusive games, as well as focusing on the games that we can take on our travels, so things that we can play on handheld devices. Now, that could be what we had last week. It's completely escaping me. No, it isn't. Pokemon. We had a whole host of Pokemon games. We had Pokemon Trading Card Game, which was on the GBA. We had I think that was Game Boy Color, maybe. I don't know. We did have another GBA game, which was Pokemon Pinball, which was good fun. And then we had Pokemon Snap. So if you want to catch any of that or any of the other GDQ VODs, you can look on our YouTube. But today we have something with, it's very topical, very typical for this time of year for many folks around the world. We need to wrap up warm for this one. We are going to be joined by Chrysosaurus, who's going to be showing us Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. Is it that way around? I keep on forgetting whether it's Winter Olympic or Olympic Winter. Let us know, Chris.
Good question.
There we go.
There we go.
Olympic Winter. All right. What are we going to be seeing? This is Adventure Tours. Long category. What's good?
All right. So let's give a little bit of a context here. So this is of it, Mario and Sonic the Olympic Winter Games, either the third or the fourth game in the franchise, depending on who you ask, or the second, depending on who you ask. And for some reason, there's obviously the console version and the handheld version. The handheld version has a story mode, which we're going to be playing through. And yes, the estimate doesn't lie, a 2-hour, 50-minute estimate for essentially what is a story mode about Mario and Sonic going to the Olympic Games. So a lot to go through, and surprisingly pretty complex for a speedrun. So without further ado, are we ready to go?
We are indeed. Give us a countdown and we are going.
All right, so we're going to start the speedrun in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
So, very quickly to explain the plot, the Olympic Games are about to happen, and then Bowser comes over and decides to, we're going to melt over snow, and then we're going to steal over snow spirits, and we're going to host our own Olympic Winter Games, because remember, this is an Olympic Games. We're going to have the plot somehow, and are we allowing Bowser and Eggman to do anything else? No, because, reasons. So they steal the snow spirits, which is apparently the main source of snow in Vancouver. I don't think that's exactly true, but whatever, this game allows it to be what it wants to do. And our goal is to save the 5 snow spirits that got taken away from Bowser and Eggman, who are going to host their own Olympic Games. So,
as you do.
Fun little fact, technically there is some truth, because for those who do not know, in Vancouver, in the Olympic Games in 2010 in Vancouver, they actually had a snow problem. There wasn't actually enough snow just before the Olympic Games were starting, and so they were actually kind of worried and they might have to cancel the games, but thankfully enough snow came in before the Olympic Games. That's a true story. So, gonna go through the main gameplay loop. Gonna shout out to this text box to being the slowest text box in the entire game. no matter how much you mash, it's just very slow. And we're going to get into the main gameplay loop. Apparently, Mario and Sonic decided not to have any equipment. So we're going to have to go around the area, get equipment to do what we call these missions. So if you don't know about Mario and Sonic, it is essentially a minigame collection of Olympic events. So in terms of Olympic events and nostalgia, this game has it covered. And, well, not nostalgia, but fan service. And so here we're going to be picking Mario because unironically, Mario is actually better at speed skating than Sonic. We'll get into character selection a little bit more, but essentially what we're doing... Oh yeah, this is a minigame on the top screen. Should probably mention that. And yeah, so this is a minigame collection. This is speed skating. Mainly thing is we just wanted you to press L and R to speed skate. And yeah, and that's effectively the mission. And depending on how well you do in the mission, you either get a silver ranking or a gold ranking. Silver ranking gives you either no hearts or 1 heart, and gold ranking gives you 3. We'll get to optimizations a little bit later, but when you finish a mission, you get yourself a crystal. This crystal is going to be very important for us to collect because we need to use these crystals to break down these big ice walls that apparently Bowser and Eggman have put around to essentially get in our way. So that's essentially the main gameplay loop of this game. After you clear an ice wall, we're going to have a boss fight. Yes, there's bosses in this game. There are unfortunately just glorified one-on-one character battles against iconic characters like Bowser Jr. So just because this is again the tutorial, we are going to essentially defeat Bowser Jr. And this game is not very that difficult. We're going to be picking as Mario, but unlike in the mission where I try and be as fast as possible, this one I'm going to do things a little bit slower. You might be thinking, why am I not obliterating this mission? If you remember in the previous one, we beat the mission so well, the game gave us 3 hearts. Turns out that is a 4.5 second animation. So if we want to beat it, make sure above 35 seconds, we can avoid those heart animations, which actually saves us time throughout the entire run. The reason why it saves us time here is because we actually have to wait till Bowser Jr. crosses the finish line for the mission to be over. And yeah, that is essentially the first mission done. The first mission and first boss done. And we're 4 minutes in. Let's go. Surely this game will be not that slow. Well, not that fast. I'm going to save the game. Technically, it is faster to not save the game. But just in case, you never know.
Better to be safe.
So definitely. Yeah, here is where we get into the main gameplay loop. I am going to avoid everything on purpose as of right now. But the main gameplay loop now is we have a choice of 6 missions. Out of those 6 missions, we only have to beat 4 of them to get across to beat the other ice gate, to get rid of the ice wall. I'm going over here because we going to need some skis to do some skiing missions. Last time I checked, trying to ski without skis is complicated. Although one character has managed to do it. We'll get to that. We'll get to them later. So main movement around this, you can either move with a D-pad, or what I'm doing is actually moving around with the stylus because it gives me more refined controls. And we're going to go into what I call character missions. So this is Tails. By the way, Sonic doesn't speak, neither does Mario. They're both silent protagonists in this game. And we are going to do some ski jumping. We're going to pick, unironically, we're going to be picking Mario because Mario is actually worse than jumping in Sonic. Don't ask why. Don't ask who made the stat in this game. And we're just going to see what we call, this is the slowest types of missions that we have to do. But you might be asking, well, we have 6. We only have to pick 4. Can't we just avoid the character missions? The answer is no. You'll see later, they are required. So we unfortunately have to, watch Tails try and do some ski jumping.
You could so easily cheat this.
Yeah, unironically...
Like, so easily. Just use his Tails.
Well, he is trying to play fair, so
Yeah, I mean, Sonic won't go too fast when he's doing track races, so understandable.
All right, so here, we're going to do a thing. We're going to jump. Oh no, we did the bad jump, but we're just going to then do a little bit of balancing. And then get ourselves a very good landing.
Oh, wait.
And unironically, we can just beat Tails with just the landing and balance point alone. We don't actually need to distance. Like, we got 50 points, despite Tails jumping even further. Yeah, but stats are kind of funny in this game. And turns out that even the speed, like, you would think that, oh, we just picked the speed character, right? Because the speed is faster. Most of the time, that's actually not the case. But we'll get to that when we will get to that. There's like a lot more nuance in this game than meets the eye, especially when it comes to like minor optimizations, which we'll get to. So here, we only have to be 82, we have 50, so as long as I get 32 points, we're fine. And then we're just going to ignore the jump because the less time we're in the air, the faster we go. And very easy to get a perfect. You can try and get a perfect 30, but that's not necessary. We get a 43 and we just get barely enough points. But barely enough points is better than getting too many because, again, we want to avoid those heart animations. Although, we do actually need hearts. Well, and the reason why we need hearts is actually explained in the very next mission that we're going to be doing. So, by beating a character in their mission, we get to unlock the character and they'll join us in our party. That's going to be important for a multitude of different reasons. Some characters do events faster than others, but primarily there are some character-specific things that we're going to need. So, this mission is fairly simple. There's a penalty we have to clear because this is Nordic Combined, and we're supposed to mash the A button. I am going to not mash the A button 5 times. Now, you might be thinking, wait, so what happens if you don't mash the A button? You're just going to fail the mission, right? The answer to that question is yes. I will fail the mission, and I will fail the mission 5 times. Now, you might be thinking, that's slow, right? The answer is you have to understand how this game works, or how this game is like function. You see, this game has to be played in a way so that little Timmy can beat the game. And sometimes maybe he can't just mash as hard as I can, because I can definitely mash in this game. I've been doing this the entire time. So there has to be a way for people to complete the game, just in case they have a mission that's a little too difficult. And that system is what we're going to be abusing. So later on, we'll be talking to a white shy guy, and this white shy guy will give you a completion ticket, which allows you to complete any mission you like. The intention of this is supposed to be that you use the completion ticket on a mission that you're struggling with. Except the game doesn't check. The game only checks how many times you failed a mission. And yes, it has to be fail. You can't just start over the mission. It has to be fail. And we abuse this by losing 5 times on a minigame that's fast. This is one of the slowest ones to lose, but it's still faster than the minigame we're skipping. And we grab the ticket, and then we use it on another minigame that we can just skip. So the intention was to use it on this one, or the one that you lose 5 times, but we're going to lose 5 times, win, because the game doesn't check if you win or not, and then use it to skip even longer missions. So now we finally lost 5 times. We're now going to actually play the mission properly, which is as simply put as mashing the A button. So there we go. And that's how you mash the A button. So now we failed the mission. So we failed the finishing line 4 times. We still get the crystal reward for it. And we'll get to the white shy guy. He's going to be the most important character in the entire game that we get. But we'll get to that later. Next up is this mission, which is essentially just land with style. So some missions, like the character missions, are extremely slow. This is a case of one of the faster missions in the game. So here we just go ahead and just do C jumping again. We're going to then not jump, and this time we're going to balance poorly, so we spend the least amount of time on the thing, on this mission, on the air. And we're going to land. And hopefully we do not score any higher than 27.
Ooh.
Nice. We want to score 26, so we don't waste any time getting any extra hearts.
Let's go.
So that's the third mission done. And one final mission we're going to do is we're going to see Mario's bro, Luigi. And yes, this is another character mission, as we'll explain a little bit later. They are all required to get. All the characters are required to be unlocked, even though the game doesn't tell you that. And here we're going to pick Mario. So the character choices, for the most part, if I pick Mario, it's either he's the best character in the situation, or it's just he's the default answer. So here we're going to be playing a mission for cross-country. The main simple thing is you have 2 laps of cross-country, you have a stamina meter, so you have to be careful about mashing A and going fast, and you also have a sprint meter, which by going over these sprint areas, you can then build up to get yourself a little bit of a boost. Our goal here is to essentially chain the sprint boost as much as we can, but also not run out of stamina. If we run out of stamina, we're going to be, slow. We don't want to be slow. So typically you want to use the boosts to go up the hill. I'm actually going to did it too early, so I'm going to keep it this one so I can go over the next one. And that is the main goal. The IL strat for this typically revolves around using AI, because the main difference between the character fights and the actual events is that we're only fighting one character, versus in other events, when you play the game normally, you fight against 4 others. And because again, this is the early game, the AI is not very good. Like Luigi's AI is like so far behind. Like it's not even a contest. So yeah, we're just going to make sure that we don't run out of stamina, because if we run out of stamina, that's very bad. And we're just going to continue boosting across over the maps. We're then going to get a little bit more boost, making sure we don't run out of stamina. And we absolutely trounced Luigi. Not even a contest.
Wow, he is, yeah.
So this is one of the cases where, this is again the case of, if it's faster just to take the L in the high animation, you do. But if you can, try not to get the gold symbol, because again, you waste 4 seconds every time you do. So yeah, we unlock Luigi. Luigi's actually going to be funny as a really important character in the next area, which is going to be kind of funny. And here, we're going to now talk to the white shy guy. We're going to talk to him twice, who tells you, hey, if you're struggling with a mission, I'll give you a ticket. And there's the ticket, the completion ticket. And now we're going to go back to the way... Oh, there's actually something I forgot to explain. So earlier, I switched from Mario to Sonic in the overworld. Typically, you don't want to switch it too many times because, the animation of switching is slow. But the reason why I switched to Sonic is because in the overworld, there are specific elements. So you see in the overworld, there was springs that I went on. Only Sonic can go on spring. Only Sonic can go on Sonic specific stuff, and only Mario can do Mario specific stuff. Anyway, here's Eggman Nega, by the way. He's in this game. Which probably means that if you're a Rush fan, you probably think, oh, there's a certain other character's going to be in this game, and you're right.
Only the very best Sonic characters, of course.
And you're supposed to be in Nordic Combined. We're going to use the completion ticket to skip the boss. We're just going to skip the boss. We're not even going to do the boss. You might be thinking, oh, how slow is this boss? Nordic Combined is a sport where they combine ski jumping and cross country. So you saw how slow Tails' mission was. You saw how slow Luigi's mission was. Now combine the two.
Wow.
And that's slow. It is actually like 2 minutes faster to just to fail that mission 5 times instead of doing this.
There we go. This is a nice animation. This game looks pretty.
This game is absolutely
I usually say that about most games that we have on, but
for a DS title, it's amazing.
We've seen the classic gamer posture for a DS speedrunner. Are you rocking an original DS, a DS Lite? What's the weapon of choice?
I'm rocking. So there are, of course, a multiple. Hold on, let me just do this. Let me just save the game just in case something happens. But I am rocking an original Nintendo DS, which is arguably one of the more optimal consoles for this game. Simply, the reason why it's the more optimal console for this game is the fact that the bottom screen is smaller. There's one specific mission as to why that's the case, one specific event as to why that's the case, but a smaller screen is arguably the best screen to have.
Okay.
So it is better to play on like Nintendo original DS or like smaller DSs. Fair word of warning. For DS Lite users, you might want to avoid the short track missions or the missions that love spamming LNR because they have fragile LNR buttons. Anyway,
sorry. Yeah. Nah, sorry. So you.
But yeah, they have like more fragile LNR buttons. Anyway, we're going to be ignoring everything and we're going to go and investigate this keyhole. And the reason why unlocking Luigi is very important, because if you don't unlock Luigi, Luigi would not be enthusiastic to find the key, which then means that this boo won't appear. And that means that Luigi wouldn't try to run away towards this tree, in which we wouldn't find the key.
Wow. What a set of events.
Yes, I know. Crazy. It's a crazy setup of events that is required. So these are mini games. I know, mini games in a mini game collection. What gist? And essentially, these are all required and they all are unique. And hold on. No, don't run away. Yeah. That's unfortunate. So main goal of this mini game is you want to get the batteries. You do not want to hit the boos. Boos do follow Mario logic. So if you look at them, they will not move. Thankfully, we got the key in the second time. The batteries are RNG. So where they spawn and where they go are completely RNG. So you have to just adapt to what they do. But yeah. So every character does have a mini game that they are associated with, which either unlocks progression in either getting yourself a item, specifically a battle snow machine, which is just lying there, or to a new area, which we'll get to in just a moment. Here, we're now going to go into a very interesting case of what we call character-specific missions. So after I go onto the spring, we're going to go switch to Mario, and we're going to talk to Princess Peach, as Princess Peach only wants to fight us only as Mario. So we have no choice of characters, and every character, with the exception of 2, has a character-specific mission that we have to do. So this is the Battle Snow Machine. This is also another top screen minigame, and thankfully this one has a very easy setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to charge our snow cannon up. We're going to wait till the snow pops up on the bottom screen. We're then going to hit Peach once. We're going to wait till see Peach appears and hit it twice, and that's the mission.
Wow. That's incredible. I love that.
So that is the setup, and for every mission that we do, we get ourselves, of course, a crystal. This time, because we're in Sparkleton, we're getting pink crystals instead of blue, because again, shall we say the names of the snow spirits are not very creative. The first one is Frosty and the second one is Sparky. And they're gonna get even less creative as we go on. So now we're gonna switch back to Sonic, because again, only Sonic can jump on springs, apparently. And we're gonna go into this mission, and every mission that we do, you may notice on the map that it becomes an exclamation mark, but this one's a question mark. The reason is that this mission doesn't give us a crystal, but instead gives us an important item that we're going to need instead. So after we do the snow machine, unfortunately, this one is less of a consistency. So here we're going to try and take down Knuckles. Sorry, Hip. Father Speedrun. So here we're going to try and see if we can take... unfortunately, someone else got it. So we're going to try and see if we can take the knockout on these characters when we can. And the reason why we need to do it is because we need to knock out all the characters before anyone else does. Fortunately, we did get knocked out, but that's okay. So hopefully I can snipe Knuckles. Nice. Actually, I sniped Wario, never mind. But now we're going to snipe Knuckles. Don't worry, we'll see Knuckles later, but... oh, missed. So hopefully we can just try and do this as fast as possible. Unfortunately, this is AI, so we're going to have to deal with what we call AI RNG, which is trying to see what the AI does and try and react to it. And this is my favorite part. This is the part of the game where Goomba gives Sonic and Peach a gun for completing a mission. So you might have noticed that if we exclude that mission, there's only 3 missions here and we need 4 to complete the get to go to the next area. So you might be thinking, where are the other missions? The answer to that question is, if I am going the right way, is the second part of the gameplay loop called backtracking. So you might have noticed in Frost Town, there were some areas still covered in clouds. That is because they are locked off until you have a specific character to do a specific minigame. In this case, because we just unlocked Peach, there is the swamp who will not let you in until he's cheered up, and apparently Peach is the only character who can cheer up the swamp. So we're gonna have to blow hearts in the swamp until it cheers up. And yes, it is blowing, which means we're using the microphone.
So interesting. This looks like one where you've got to be delicate. You can't just, unleash a whole load of, you can't just scream into it and it goes there. That's interesting, because a lot of DS, sort of gimmicky microphone things will get you to, scream into it. But that's a bit more controlled.
You say that, but I'm going to read an extract of what the IL notes say in just a moment. And actually, the IL note says, put your DS in front of a fan, and you get the world record by 40 minutes. Given good swamp RNG. Anyway, here's Mario with a gun, and because this mission is so fast to fail 5 times, we're going to fail 5 times. Essentially, all we have to do is hit the target, but because it's so fast to fail, we're going to fail 5 times. So, earlier it took us 15 seconds to fail, and this is going to be, so much faster.
Wow,
so I did see
sucks.
We start with 12, so that means I have to go down to 7 hearts, and once we do that, we can then actually do the game normally. But hey, I hope you're excited, because it's almost time.
Oh, is he appearing? And we're not going to try and destroy his new toy that you got.
Let's see about that. So now we failed the mission 5 times. We're now going to do the mission properly, but we're not going to obliterate the mission, because you only have to hit 4 of the 5 targets. Guess what we're doing? Only hitting 4. Because if we hit 5, we get an extra animation that we don't need to see.
Smart.
So here's our first mission. We're going to get this crystal. We're not going to talk to the tree, and here he is. Here's our boy.
He's the guy.
Here's Knuckles, who... Tell me about the Sonic lore. Why does Knuckles have challenges to a game of biathlon? Where did he get the gun?
I'm sure it's just ancient, echidna technology. Probably on Angel Island. I don't know.
Also, here's the first case of actually using Luigi as a different character that's not Mario, because Luigi's actually faster for this. His stats are just slightly better. So here we're going to... It's similar to Cross Country, except the layout is slightly different. We're going to make sure we can try and get at least 2 boosts off here. So we're going to crouch here. And then we're going to crouch here. But that's unfortunate. It's okay. And then we normally just boost twice to the end. But here we want to be a bit careful of our stamina, because if we're tired, then Luigi's not going to be aiming very well for these targets. And unfortunately, because of that, I missed 1, but that is okay. I actually missed 2, which is a bit of a problem, but that's fine. If you don't miss any targets, you do not have to do this penalty, and you just get your stamina boost done immediately, but that is okay. Here we're just going to boost. We're going to boost, and then we're going to boost again. We're going to try and see if we can get 2 boosts. We didn't. That is okay. So here we're just going to be a bit careful of our stamina. Unfortunately, Luigi is still tired, but that is okay. We're just going to then shoot the 5 targets. Hopefully we hit all 5. Good. Because now we can just sprint to the very end. So we're going to use a sprint immediately, because if we have 3, we won't get any more sprint boosts. Then we're going to sprint again, build up at least 1 more sprint boost, and then we're just going to spam X twice. And we're going to go all the way to the end and pretty much outlap Knuckles.
Poor guy. I'm trying to think, like, out of the two series that we have here, Mario and Sonic, who would I trust more with a gun? I don't know how Knuckles would use a gun with his big old oven mitts, so it's interesting that he was in that event.
Yeah. Then we're going to now talk to the yellow Chow that's here. Oh yeah, by the way, Chow's in this game. This makes it a 10 out of 10, right?
Chow, hi.
And here we're also going to pick Luigi. There's actually another reason why I'm not going to be picking Mario for a little bit, and we'll get to that later. And yeah, here we have to actually do some jumping this time. So here we're going to jump and ourselves balance, because the main gimmick of this is that it's very strong winds. We have to balance ourselves to make sure that we get at least 110 meters. Actually, this might not make it. Nope. That's fine. We'll try again. Thankfully, it's not a slow mission. Interesting. All right, that's fine. We'll just play even safer.
Oh, that was a good angle.
Yeah, this definitely gets it now.
Yeah. Nice. Oh!
Doesn't matter how we land, as long as we get 110. That's all that matters.
Let's go. Oh, it's interesting. It looks like chat have some preference towards lending Mario characters guns, which I see your bias, everybody. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Here, before we go into back to Sparkleton, we need to make sure that we talk to the white shy guy, who's going to give us another completion ticket. And you might be thinking, oh, we're just going to use it on every boss fight. The answer to that is no. The next boss fight's actually pretty fast. We're actually going to be using it for a different mission, but still pretty slow. But yeah, we're going to use it for slow missions. Not every boss fight's a slow mission. Anyway, we're going to talk to this unassuming green shy guy, who unironically is an arms dealer, because he's going to give us some rockets on our skis.
Let's go.
That way we can now do rocket ski jumping, which is conveniently the next thing that we're going to be doing after we, unlock the crystal door. And I'm going to take this opportunity to take a sip of water. Stay hydrated, everyone.
Amen.
There's and here what we're going to do is we're going to fight Metal Sonk. Not Metal Sonic, Metal Sonk. It's misspelled on my splits, and I realized that, and now it's called Metal Sonk instead of Metal Sonic.
This is how you live now.
So, simply put, this is rocket ski. So, we're going to explain rocket ski jumping right now. And the main thing is, it's ski jumping, except we have rocket boosts. And we need to keep the energy on our rocket boosts up by going through rings. That's the main thing. And we can use a boost, which does use up a lot of energy, but allows us to go fast really quick. And because we're all about going fast, we want to use as many as we can to go as far as possible.
This mission.
We do not, however, want to go above 2,000 meters if we can. By the way, we just have a Chaos Emerald in our item boxes. Don't ask why. If you're wondering what it does, reskinned Lightning Bolt.
Oh, intriguing.
Because again,
I'd love to see Super Luigi.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just like going through the entire thing. We're just trying to get to 2,000 meters as fast as possible, and then wait for Metal Sonic to land. Because this is random AI, we're hoping that Metal Sonic doesn't have competent AI and gets further than 2,000 meters, because that would be a bit of a problem. Because we're trying to go fast by not getting the heart animation, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we don't get it. So, by the way, you actually have to land on snow. If you land in the water, you are disqualified. So here, we're going to do here. 7, 8, 9, crash. Crashing on the snow counts. Nice camera angle, by the way. Thankfully, Metal Sonic is not competent, so he's just going to land and we're going to win.
That was so tight to the 2K as well, because did you say 2,000 just getting
2,000.
under that saves time, yeah?
Yeah. I have a consistent
Nice.
setup for that, to never get 2,000.
Well done. That's very good.
And that's that. We avoid getting hearts, and yep. And Metal Sonic flies to his people.
They need him, obviously.
They do need him. Now I'm going to switch back to Mario, because as you remember, Sonic can only interact with Sonic things, Mario can only interact with Mario things. Here's a pipe that he interacts with. You'd think that the pipe next to this pipe would be the pipe that gets here, but no, they're trolling. They troll you like that. And here's a bobsleigh, by the way. above, say, just in the treasure chest. Don't ask. Yeah. So we're actually going to be staying as Mario. If you're wondering about overworld movement, no, Sonic does not move faster than Mario. Sorry to break that illusion. But here's a mission that we actually do want to play Sonic, because this is actually, the IL record for this actually does have Sonic in it, but we're not doing that. The main thing about Supersonic Downhill, we'll explain this later. You have mushrooms to go fast. You essentially want to ski downhill as fast as you can. This is technically a top mission. I actually messed up the strap, but that's okay. Because I'm supposed to actually get hit early, but that is okay. We can just try to get hit, because we actually do not want to stand in this mission, but that is fine. The strat was supposed to be don't skip the shield and just get 150 kilometers per hour before the first block, but I did mess it up, but that's okay. Anyway, here we're now going to go into another event called Dream Shooting, which is just you shoot targets on the screen with a stylus. That's about it.
Okay.
The main gimmick of this is that it's supposed to teach you that if you combo, you can... oh no, Peach with a gun, everyone run.
Oh no.
But the thing is like the AI can also be competent and the AI can also not be competent. And also this mission can be a bit scary because of that. Because Peach can also shoot at your targets and you cannot shoot the blue targets. And you have to win with at least 500 points. And you have to win. That's the important part. I am going to purposely go above 2,000, even though I shouldn't, because I want to guarantee this win. 2,000 gives you the 3 hearts. But as long as, because there's one target that gives 1,000 points, as we saw right there.
Oh.
So that's why you have to be. That's why it's just win. Because if Peach hits that target,
you were being incredibly safe, but
you're screwed. So here we get 1. Sometimes you do well, but not well enough. You get 1 heart. Sometimes I just have to take those. All right. So we've seen Knuckles with a gun. We've seen Peach with a gun. Now here's Amy with a gun.
Oh, the humanity.
Apparently, Amy just has the rifle. It's a broken rifle. And so Tails begrudgingly fixes it. And yeah. But unfortunately, for those who are excited for us to, have Tails and Amy do a one-on-one standoff in Dream Shooting, unfortunately, this is the mission where we skip. So if you remember, we just did 1/4 of Dream Shooting. There's 4 more of them. So yeah, unfortunately, this is a pretty slow mission to do, but we now unlock Amy, who, because of how the character selection works, will now be our default Mash A character for the next few moments. So if you're a fan of Amy, you're going to be seeing a lot of her throughout this part of the speedrun. But yeah, as you may know, the gameplay loop of you get a character, you have 3 crystals, you go to a thing that requires that character, you do that minigame. This is one of the things where the intention is you're supposed to go around and find the passcode, but I already know what the passcode is anyway. And it's very uncreative. So it is, you hit Bowser, you then wait until Metal Sonic appears, and then you wait until you see Dr. Eggman, and then you wait until you see Bowser Jr. What a very creative password, guys. But yeah, by the way, the starting positions of all of those things is completely random, and I think we got like what I call okay RNG.
Okay.
So now we're going to move on to one final mission here. It's not the final time we're going to be coming back here. We're actually going to be coming back here a lot. And here, this is what we call a very convenient mission for us. So this is in Nordic Combined between the area of ski jumping and between ski jumping and cross country, you can get a skill. And conveniently, the mission is get a skill. However, thankfully, if you mash A, you can consistently get no skill and lose 5 lives very quickly, which you know what that means. We're going to be failing the mission 5 times. So we failed it twice now, so I have to do it all the way to 5. I think I failed it twice. This is the 3rd time. And yes, Yes, as we mentioned earlier, failing missions is sometimes faster than doing long missions. So, yeah, thankfully we can just, it's thankfully very much consistent. If you just mash, you will always fail this mission. All right. And now that we failed the mission, say, get a skill. We get no skills. We have no skills in life. We're just speedrunners. Our skills playing games fast, apparently. So now we are actually going to get a skill. And we're going to delay just a little bit to get a level 2 skill, which does not give us any hearts. Believe me when I say we're going to get hearts very easily. In the next section. Now, I'm actually not going to grab the ticket now because it's actually more optimal to grab the ticket later. So we're now going to go back to the wrong place. We meant to go to Sparkleton 2, not Sparkleton 1. And yet it's Sparkleton, not Sparkle Town, like I've been mispronouncing it as a kid. There's no W. Because, you know, it's sparkling a ton. Get it?
Ah. Yeah, that took me a while.
Yeah, go into this pipe. Go into this crystal wall. We're going to use the 4 crystals because apparently this is, before you ask, this is special ice. It's not, so you can't punch it and you can't burn it. So no, unfortunately, Knuckles cannot punch this ice. It's special ice.
They've put a secret element in it, the element of surprise.
So here's Dry Bowser, by the way. Here's Dry Bowser's DS model. We're actually going to see some very unique, very, I believe, exclusive DS models in this game that I don't think exist anywhere else. Or at least just like models that just never exist, especially of like a specific characters. So this one we're actually going to do because this is a Supersonic Downhill. And guess what character we're going to be using it? You guessed Sonic, you're correct. Because, you know, it has his name. That's not the actual reason. He's actually just the best character here. Because the speed stat actually means something.
Let's go.
So main simple thing is just to beat Dry Bowser, and let's face it, it's going to be not much easy. So it's going to be pretty simple. Here we're going to boost away because for some reason if Dry Bowser's in frame, it just lags a lot. Here we're going to be trying to avoiding essentially the blocks. If we get hit by a block without the shield, we instantly lose, so we just have to be careful about that. Here I'm going to do a jump and just continue boosting so that we can avoid all these stuff. And then here we're going to go jump, boost, and that's the mission. That's the mission complete.
Nice.
We have some hearts, and we are done with World 2. Why not use a skip ticket on the boss? This boss is very fast to beat. It only takes 20 seconds. We primarily want to skip missions that take 2 minutes to do, ideally.
Nicely done. We earlier on we got the the age-old questions when it comes to this kind of thing. Do you have a favorite Mario character?
I kind of resemble a Wario.
Okay.
I think he's a.
I know you're quite into your Sonic stuff as well. Is there a Sonic character that you particularly like?
There is, and we're gonna see that character in the next area for a little bit. Ooh. So I'll keep that as a surprise.
We must not spoil.
So here we're gonna go into the land of Polar Straits. The land of icebergs, skiing, ice hockey, and purple cats. And if you're asking which one, the answer is yes.
Let's go.
So we're going to go through a bunch of this dialogue. We're actually going to see one of the purple cats right now. So we're going to go up here, through here, pretty much just ignore all the missions and all the stuff around here because we don't need to discuss it. And we're going to talk to Big.
That's a good start. That's a good start.
So here, Big is confused as to what is a mission, and so Amy is going to have to go ahead and showcase what the mission. This is Amy's mandatory mission. It's alpine skiing, and main simple thing to do. We're going to explain alpine skiing a little bit more because, spoiler alert, the boss is alpine skiing. But main one to know is that if you touch a gate near the edges, you get a gate dash, and if you just touch it on the outside, you don't get a gate dash. Main simple thing in this mission, just get 5, the mission's then over. This is a mission where just getting the gold is better, but because it just saves time, but whatever, it's fine. Again, this is also another mission that doesn't give us a crystal, but instead gives us a very important item because I believe Big found this while he was fishing. Just a spark luge.
As you do.
As you do. He just finds things while he's fishing. Now with the spark luge, we can now do luge missions, which conveniently is the next mission. I'm not going to talk too much about luge as of right now because this mission is just the first 5 seconds of the mission. So it's just get a starting dash. So all you have to do is just hold A until it turns yellow, get the start dash, and that's it. That's the mission done. Nothing too much here. We want to do these missions a lot when we can, where just it's just you do a mission for 5 seconds and it's done. These are the types of missions that we want to do, and the longer ones we want to avoid when we can. Speaking of very short mission, remember the bobsleigh that we got earlier? Yeah, now I can do bobsleigh missions now. That's kind of cool. And this is, of course, first mission of Knuckles.
Let's go.
And Knuckles is conveniently positioned as essentially how I'll explain how the character select goes, which is essentially it'll always default to the center character, and then it'll always default to the top left character. So it'll now be defaulting to Amy and Knuckles for any 2-player minigames.
Nice.
But now, this is actually probably a very good time to get into character stats. So every single all the characters are divided into 4 categories. All rounds being average characters, power being power characters, skill characters being characters that focus on technique, and speed being, And one thing to note is that the best stat technically is power, because power is kind of attributed to boosts as well for some reason, but that's alright. So here, luge is pretty much a very simple minigame. All you have to do is build up your boost meter, keep the boost, make sure you try and stay on the line, but most importantly, do not hit a wall. Do not be Lightning McQueen who sometimes hits walls. I just remember that scene from Cars 3 is you hit a wall.
I haven't seen Cars 3. Is Cars 3 any good?
I think it's good. I don't think it's the best Cars movie. I think the first one's still the best. Cars 2 we don't talk about.
It is a banger.
So there's a cult following for Cars 2. I just don't see it. But that's pretty much the minigame. Not much to do there. And the reason why Knuckles is just the best is because power, essentially, for one weird thing, speed is just how fast you go. Jumping is also another stat, which is just how high can you jump. Stamina is a stat, which is how much stamina you just have. That's pretty obvious. Power and technique is whatever the game developers want, for some reason. And so power tends to be how big of a boost you get from boosts. And because, we're boosting the entire time, power tends to be the best character. Anyway, we're using a gondola to return because it's just faster, and we're going back to Sparkleton 2. Simply because we just unlocked the character. You know what that means? Backtracking. Backtracking to an area we just been and doing a character-specific mission. Character-specific minigame, I should say. They're different. So here, we're going to go into this pipe, which actually leads us to this remote island here, and we have these 5 switches. Oh no, I wish we had a character who conveniently had something that could hit these switches. Oh wait, we do. Full Yoshi. And so all we have to do is hit these buttons, and if I can do it right, we can actually do tie the IL here because it's always consistent. Nah, well, 1 second off IL. But yeah, that's Yoshi's mission. It's very much consistent. So now that we've done with that mission, we can then, with that minigame, we now can talk to this yellow shy guy, and we see the last of the rocket ski jumping missions, unfortunately. It's a cool minigame. It's a cool minigame concept. Mainly, this one, we saw this before with Metal Sonic, but the main one you just have to do is do a ring dash through 3 rings, and we are done. And because we're speedrunners, we have what we call an optimal strat for this. And the optimal strat is we jump, we use the boost until we get to a certain point where there's like 3 rings, which is right here. We then boost inside these 3 rings to get our point requirements, and then we just go up and boost so that we can just drain our energy as fast as we can so that the mission can say, yep, we're done. And that's the mission done.
Nice.
And we again don't get any extra hearts because because we don't want them. Right, now I have to remind myself that I need to go pick up that ticket. Because if I don't, then we're going to have to do some unnecessary backtracking. I did not mean to pick that up. So that is a white stone that is used for a different thing in this game. More for 100%. I did not mean to pick that up. So, whoops. I forgot there was one there. Waste a little bit of time, but essentially there's this thing that you can do with a Rouge who you give her white stones and she tries to get back the Olympic memorabilia that was stolen by Bowser and Eggman.
As you do.
Right, oh yeah, remember? White Shy Guy. There's a very annoying mission that we're going to be skipping. If I mean by very annoying, I mean very long. Yeah, white stone is for Olympics lore, that is correct. So is maple trees. Apparently, not sure if this is true in Canada, but apparently a leaf from a maple tree contains Olympics trivia. Don't ask why. So now we're done with this. Now we've cleared the crystals, and now we're going to fight King Boo, who challenges us to a skiing match.
Okay.
The lore behind this is I'm going to assume is that King Boo used to be a skier in the Mario world who died, and then now it's just still fulfilling his dreams as a ghost. Which, you know, props to him.
Yeah.
And also he challenges Luigi because apparently he wants to get revenge on what we did earlier with the Boos. So, this is alpine skiing. Fairly simple mission. You have to just ski down the hill with the requirement being you must make sure you go between all the gates. If you don't, you'll get a penalty of -3 seconds. Now, unironically, we are actually going to be purposely skipping 4 of them. And the reason why we're doing that is because, like I said, we want to beat King Boo, but not obliterate him. And this is actually technically faster RTA. IGT obviously doesn't skip any of the gates because, again, if you skip a gate, you take a penalty. So here we're just going to be doing that. You're going to be hearing Luigi saying, "Let's go" a lot. Because, of course he is. Oh, here we go, I guess.
He's just enthusiastic.
And then we're going to be skipping pretty much every gate here. We might actually accidentally get the gold thing. Hopefully we don't. I think 50 seconds is just above. No, we just get 1. That's fine. And that is King Boo defeated. Fun fact, as a child, I could not do this minigame. Because fun little fact, I was given this game as a birthday. For my 8th birthday.
Oh, nice.
Which then just reminds me how old I am. So here, we're going to go through here. We switch back to Sonic because only Sonic can break these conveniently shaped holes. And we're going to see another probably fan favorite character. Here's Cream, by the way, who's apparently struggling, opening a treasure chest. We're going to see what that's all about.
Aww.
Very important before I actually do anything, talk to the teleporter, but don't go anywhere. You'll understand why later. But it's very important that I do that. Anyway, by the way, yes, there is ice physics in this game, because of course there is. And don't talk to the chest, talk to Cream. So here's Cream. His Knuckles gonna be like, oh, this treasure chest gem, let me just open it up for you because, you know, he's gentleman like that.
Let's go, Knuckles.
And inside this treasure chest is a hockey stick. And Cream is like, oh, I have no use for this hockey stick. So instead she says, you know what? You can have a hockey stick as long as you do this mission in Luge. If you've seen the Yoshi mission with Luge, it is basically the exact same thing, except the restriction now is do not crash. Both the video game, but also just here. Don't crash. Do not run into a wall and do not crash. If you crash, you have to try again. So, simple, fast mission. Make sure you just do not hit the wall. If you do not hit the wall, you will not have a chance of crashing. You crash if you go high speed on a wall. So yeah, you want to try and stay on the line, but I'm just going to be like playing like extremely safe. Because if you stay on the line, you go faster, as you can see on the speedometer on the top of my screen. If you go out, you go 197 kilometers per hour. If you are on the thing, you go 210 kilometers per hour. And for those who are watching from America, do the math of what that is in miles. I can't be asked. And that is the mission. And obviously, because this is a very important item mission, we are not getting a crystal. We are just getting the ice hockey stick. So now we've done with that, we're actually going to be talking to the first time on purpose to a specific NPC, specifically this penguin right over here, because this penguin is actually afraid because his friends are a red shy guy, and a Chow is playing in thin ice. And remember, kids, do not play on thin ice. It is extremely dangerous. And so we have to go save them. We'll be rewarded for our duties later. Also remember to talk to this machine, because there's actually a broken machine back in the beginning of the game that we didn't talk to because we didn't need to. But we need to talk to this machine so that Tails knows how to fix the other one. So here's the Chow that's playing in thin ice, who apparently cannot get up, so we have to save it. Even though it can float. I don't get it either. But whatever. We saved the Chow. And then we're going to talk to this Chow, which I need class you hit. B, what color is this Chow?
Green.
Green. Is there a green Chow in Sonic? No, I actually remember.
I feel like that might be. I know that we've probably got some Sonic nerds in chat who can clarify, but I feel,
oh yeah, by the way, this mission's done. We just have to pass through four times in ice hockey.
Nice. I feel like that should be.
Actually, it should say what's in the text box, what color this Chow is, right? No, it doesn't. Oh, that's fine. Anyway, you might be wondering.
It's Chow color.
Yeah. Anyway, you might be wondering, where the hell I'm going? So there's actually a mission up here that requires you to have the fighter stick to actually do, which is all the way in the beginning up here, which is one of my, actually just the two favorite characters from the Sonic series, is Silver and Blaze.
Yo. Blaze is a very cool model in this game. She's got a different get up to what she usually has.
And we're skipping the mission because it's slow. Unfortunately.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, but fun little fact about this game: Blaze, Amy, Peach, and Daisy have a unique clothing for this game. Yeah, only the female characters get unique clothing for this game. They have their winter. So if you may not have noticed, but Amy actually has a winter dress when she does her events.
I wish Warrior had a winter dress.
You know what? Same. Yeah.
I'd pay good money for somebody to mod that in.
Anyway, we're now going to be heading back to the very beginning of the area, because again, as the game's trope is, once you only have 3 missions per area, which means in order to get the 4th mission, you have to go to an area. This mission, I struggle because skill issue. It simply picked the right parts 5 times, but sometimes I can't tell the difference between some parts. So hopefully we don't struggle today. This one's the
They're
sharp
small
one.
screens. Oh, yeah.
All right, that one's this one. You? No. That one's the one I struggle the most. That one. And that one.
Nice.
So yeah, that's... We now fixed the machine, which now means the door can now open, which means we can do one mission here. Just the one, because that mission is fast. Say hi to Rouge, everybody.
Hello, Rouge.
We might see her later, who knows. And we're going to be doing essentially the last figure skating, but last speed skating mission, right? Yes. So we're just going to go through the speed skating mission one final time. The main thing we're supposed to do is curve dashes. We can do two. We're only going to do one because, again, we don't need the extra hearts. We're going to do the final sprint. There. So yeah, typically for character selection, if it doesn't matter, I'm mashing A. If it does matter, I'm picking a specific character. So we now have our third crystal. You might be thinking, where's the last mission? The answer is conveniently where near the boss is. So now we're gonna go all the way back. And I talked to the teleporter earlier. If you didn't talk to the teleporter when I did, you would not be able to teleport back, and you have to do a bunch of unnecessary movement. But thankfully, because I remember to talk about the teleporter, I can just teleport back. Oh yeah, we kind of just left the Shy Guy here to kind of like play in thin ice. So now we're gonna save it. So yeah. And the reason why we do this is because if we now talk to the penguin, he's gonna be happy that we saved his friends. And so now we're going to receive a skeleton from him. No, not an actual skeleton, like that's what the board's called in the Olympics. Called a skeleton. Why is it called a skeleton? I don't know. But anyway, conveniently, here's a mission that uses the skeleton that we're going to be using. And I actually did timing for this to figure out what is the fastest character. It's Knuckles.
Let's go.
Even though it's a very short mission, and what I mean by very short mission, I mean it'll probably be done in 10 seconds if I'm fast enough. But yeah, this is actually the mission where having a smaller screen is best. Going to do gray on purpose, so we don't get anything. But yeah, having a smaller screen to run fast in skeleton is faster to do small circular motions, and it's much better to do that on a regular DS than it is to do on like big DSs. So now we got all the crystals. Conveniently, the crystal wall is right here, and so we're going to break down the crystal wall. And may I ask, what is the time on the GDQ clock?
Let us have a look. We are looking at around about 58 minutes through.
58. Okay. We have time for one more
59.
mission before the break.
Yeah.
So conveniently, that's the Wall 3 boss. And hey, it's Eggman and Edgar again. Except unlike last time where we're just going to show a completion ticket and he'd be like, yep, nope, you're good. We actually have to beat him this time. Who has, of course, the fourth the Snow Spirit. And of course, I'm going to be picking Knuckles because power is just the best for sliding events. And just actually most events in general. So, Skeleton is a pretty simple event. All you have to do, the first step is we have to run up with our skeleton board. And then once we run up, we want to get in at the red line. And what we want to do is with the stylus, we want to do circular motions up and down, as well as steer the board with our stylus. So it's a pretty complex. The main thing, similar with luge, don't hit the wall. If you hit the wall, it's slow. You don't hit the wall, you go fast.
This pose looks so funny.
Oops, that's fine. But yeah, it's kind of a funny pose, but this is actually an actual pose that people do in the actual Olympics. That is how you ride the skeleton board.
That is true.
which I always just find it impressive for like how the athletes do these. Oops, that's unfortunate. Yes, if you hit a wall while boosting, you will crash, but that is okay. We can just rebuild our speed. And that is the event.
Wait.
And that is Eggman Nigga 2. We will not be seeing ever again. And yeah, as we go ahead and see the third cutscene for, well, the cutscene to Snow for the fourth area, yeah, we can go ahead and do a break.
Fab. Well, folks, we are going to pause the timer and just take a little break away from the gaming. Just gives us an opportunity to have a stretch if we have the capacity to do so. Just check up on ourselves, you know, if we've got to have any water, have any medication, you know, just make sure that we are taking care of ourselves in this moment. If you have joined us just a little bit later on through this stream, you can always watch this back on Twitch, or better yet, you can come over onto our YouTube and see uploads of not only this show, but all of the other shows that we have on the Hotfix. And let me tell you, there's some pretty good shows. We're also going to be having some after this show, but we still got another 2 hours, well, hopefully just under 2 hours, of Mario & Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games, or Olympic Winter Games. We did go through this, but I've forgotten already. But we are going to be going to this break, and then we'll be back with you with some more cold but cool action.
And
see you in a bit, folks.
Break.
Pause. There we go.
That's the right word. Sorry.
That's all right. Welcome back, folks. If you haven't been joining us for the start of this run, then welcome back. Once again, this is Going Places, the Games Done Quick hotfix, where we go around the world looking for region-exclusive games to speedrun, as well as games that we take on the go whilst we are going places with handheld releases, which we have been treated to thus far today on this running of the show. But just before we jump into some more Winter Olympic action, did you know that Games Done Quick is actually hiring? We're looking for a business developer. And if you have any experience in recruiting sponsorships and, you know, just fancied working with GDQ, then you can apply at gamesdonequick.com/jobs. And a reminder that as, you know, jobs come and go, that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick hotfix and helps things keep going. So if you're enjoying watching these daily speedrun content, then consider subscribing to the channel. But we have, well, more speedrunning content. Who would have thought Chrysosaurus has been doing a solid job thus far with Mario & Sonic at the, I'm just going to say it's Olympic Games that are happening in winter. But yes, over to him to keep us going.
Yes, and I think you're doing a great job at hosting. And just point that out there. Anyway, we're going to be restarting the speedrun in 3, 2, 1, go. As we are going to be heading ourselves into the fourth area. I should probably mention the snow spirit we saved was, well, we did save earlier was Polar. Again, creativity. And now this one is Cubey. Because we're going to a labyrinth that's based on cubes. Hey, look at those two again.
How creative.
Yay. We'll get to them momentarily. But anyway, we are going... So this is a maze, so it can be a bit complicated. And yes, as a child, I did definitely get lost here. But thankfully, I'm now much older than that, much more experienced, and, you know, we probably won't get lost. But this is very much a place you can easily get lost. Anyway, here's probably a lot of people's favorite character, Shadoo. I guess it's technically pronounced Shadow, but Shadoo's better. You can blame Mark for that one. But anyway, here's Shadow. He challenges us to ski cross racing. Because that's what he does. Again, don't ask. Ski cross racing, I should probably mention there is a difference between the dream events and regular events. Dream events tend to add a lot more gimmicks to the events. It's not as fan servicing as the console counterpart. The console counterpart has a lot of amazing fan service. Ooh, we'll take those. Don't ask why we get a star in first place, but we get a star in first place. We always take those because that's fast. But yeah, but main thing is, if you've seen alpine skiing, it is effectively the same thing, except we don't have gates to cross. We just have to, you know, go down this hill as fast as go through this course as fast as we can, avoiding obstacles like Goombas and collecting rings so that we can go fast. Unfortunately, Shadu is going to be using a boo, which means he's going to be stealing whatever item I use, but also stealing my rings, which is, you know, a pain. So hopefully he doesn't do it, but he's probably going to do it at any point right now. That's why I'm going to be immediately just spamming my item, and there he goes. And essentially, if you think Mario Kart, yeah, it's essentially kind of similar. If you have, the more rings you have, the faster you will go, the faster your top speed. Typically, you're supposed to play versus Knuckles, but in my testing, I've always done this event faster as Sonic, so we'll be using Sonic instead. Because again, we want to save time, we want to go fast.
I mean, he seems aerodynamic enough.
Oops. Don't mind me, I just hit myself with a bomb. And similar with like Sonic logic, you have no rings and you get hit again, you're just gonna tumble.
Gotcha.
I just went face fast with that bomb, but that's fine. And now we unlock Shadow, which I think we all get the idea of what was gonna happen next. We just unlocked the character. That character has a specific mission that a specific minigame, and conveniently enough, we're gonna be doing it immediately afterwards. So this game definitely just follows a very much a simple formula. And yeah, conveniently, we have to go back to Sparkleton, but we don't actually have to warp back. Instead, we can conveniently go into this gondola that's right here. So gondolas are a little bit different. They don't just go back to Frosttown, they actually go to other hub areas. And this actually goes into a place that can only be accessible by the gondola when you first come here, as you can see on the map. And if you may notice that this is very similar to Amy's minigame, and that's because it's kind of the exact same thing. You're supposed to ask Town to know what the passcode is, but we already know what the passcode. The only difference being is that we have to do it in order, but we can technically mark the orders whenever we want. So Shadow, using his powers of Chaos Spear, will throw spears at the thing. So we do Bowser, we need Eggman, Bowser Jr., and Metal Sonic. Nope. So Bowser Jr., that was Metal, so I have to now wait another cycle for that, but thankfully the portraits go faster if you have things on, and there we go, we got the access to the passcode. As a kid, I did not know what the passcode was, so I had to, you know, go through one by one, spend probably like hours here. I just even looked up a guide, but this was 2010 when I got this game. The internet was not really, I didn't know how to use the internet very well back then, but that's okay. Anyway, we're going to go into Supersonic Downhill for the final time. But this time, I hope you like the gimmick of failing, because we're doing that again. Been a while since we've done fail 5 times, but we're going to have to do that. Thankfully, the number is 25, so all I have to do is count down to 20, and then we can fail 5 times. This mission is very easy to fail, but also very easy to not fail. So yeah, we're just gonna make Sonic slam through a brick 5 times. Probably gonna hurt, but you know, he can take it. He's taken worse, I believe. Right? Or am I mistaken? I mean, skiing down a hill, face first on a brick, that probably will hurt. Oops.
I mean, Sonic has been through some stuff, so I feel like he can take it. He's just got to grow up a little bit.
I think it's, 165 kilometers per hour to a brick in the face? Let's see with speed, actually.
Yeah, might leave a bruise.
131 kilometers per hour into a brick. Alright, so now we've failed 5 times. Now we have to do the mission proper. Mission boost 5 times. We're gonna only boost up to 9 times because it is still faster to actually boost, as the name suggests, but we can actually just only need to boost 5 times. So we're just going to casually go here, then we're going to jump, boost, 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 boost to avoid all the obstacles, and then we're just not gonna boost one more time. We're just gonna jump, and we've done the mission. So that way we only get 1 heart and not 3. Yeah, sometimes in this mission, Sonic can go so fast, he goes from the top screen to the bottom screen. It's actually kind of funny, but only briefly. Now that we've done that mission and we got the crystal there, we can now just leave, go back to Cuberin. Let's see, hide the silver and blaze, but we can't quite get there yet, so because they're actually in area 2, even though the map doesn't say so. Here's Dark Chow. Yeah, Hero Chows and Dark Chows are in this game, by the way.
Let's go.
And here comes Ice Hockey, Fever Hockey, which is just Dream Ice Hockey. And the main thing we have to do is just go into the bonus gate. And we're just gonna stall. It's fine, because the bonus gate doesn't appear until the 2-minute mark. Well, 2 minute on the top. It's not technically 2 minutes, but it's kind of like accelerated 2 minutes, so it's actually just 120 seconds. No, 12 seconds. So we wait 12 seconds, we wait for the bonus gate to appear, and we shoot it in because that's the mission. The funny thing about ice hockey is it's the fastest, like, do a specific task missions, but it's the slowest beat someone in the event mission. Silver and Blaze challenged us to a ice hockey match earlier, and it's like really slow to the point that we don't want to do it. Here, we're going to go knock down this bridge. Only Sonic can knock down these bridges. And I'm going to go down here, up here, and talk to Birdo, because something about lore that I skipped. Turns out, Yoshi lost his snowboard here when he came visit here. He had his snowboard and he lost it, and turns out Birdo has the snowboard. And Yoshi wants it back. So Yoshi has to do a specific mission from Birdo to get it back. Which is, simply put, remember the ski mission, the ski cross mission that I did with Sonic earlier against Shadow? Yeah, it's the same thing, except I just have to jump dash twice. But we can still get some bad RNG, because remember, these are item boxes, which means you know what can spawn from them. Chaos Emeralds, which is just lightning bolts, and blue shells. Thankfully, we have a shield that just protects us from one hit, which is nice.
Nice.
So there's the first jump. Again, this is just do the jumps as soon as possible, because then the mission just ends. So we're going to get this, we're going to wait, and then we're going to jump, and there we go.
Nice.
It's not a hard mission, and yes, it is faster just to take 3 up here than it is to not take the 3 up. But yeah, in terms of hearts, you might be thinking in the beginning we had so little hearts that losing might have been a problem, we would game over, but now we have like 27 of them, we're fine. So here, we need one more crystal. We're going to go back to Frost Town, because remember, we lost 5 times, so we're going to need to pick up the ticket. Because this is like the most optimal time to do so, so back we go. White Shy Guy, please, I need the thing again. We apparently suck at the game, so we need it. Oh no, there's Rouge, by the way. Say hi to Rouge. We're going to see her a lot here.
Hi, Rouge.
Definitely not suspicious or anything. And then here, yeah, remember this mission that we just skipped? Yeah. This mission could not be done because we didn't have the snowboard. But now we have the snowboard, so we can do it. So who's ready to see Knuckles do some tricks on the snowboard?
Ooh, me.
Well, we're going to see him do one trick. It's called the perfect spin.
Oh, okay. I believe in him.
So here, we're going to go up, we're going to go drift up here, and then we're going to do a perfect spin by literally pressing every direction on the D-pad. And we've done one. So now we can just go. Now we can just go to the end, because we don't care about doing anything more.
He's so cool with that. Nice.
Yeah. Power characters again just tend to be the best on snowboards, with the exception of one stage where. We'll get to that when we get to that. We don't want to do any more tricks because A, doing tricks is slow, and B, we don't need to do any more. We just need to do one. So why do any more? So here we're gonna go. All right, here's a little tip. If you see a spring and the spring icon is either Bowser, Eggman, Bowser Jr., or Metal Sonic, do not go on those springs. They will send you back to the start. Little tidbit from me. So that's this done. And here's something that I don't think anyone's ever seen. Jet's DS model.
I like it. It's a good vibe.
Yeah, and this is actually Sonic's required mission because he will only challenge Sonic. So here, unfortunately, because this is one of those character missions, oops, I dropped my stylus, hold up. We're gonna have to watch Jet do his tricks. So, let's see what tricks he kind of does. He's doing a couple of nice tricks in the air. Right, he gets 720 points with the method, right? So he's gonna do like another couple of tricks. A double spin gets 1080 points. It's like, ooh, special trick. Let's see what he does. Does the jet special, and he gets 5,000 points from that. Oh.
Okay.
And it's like, you're gonna go to revenge, you're gonna do one more trick. Again, you're gonna do one more trick.
I mean, he does know how to shred. He can do it on a hoverboard. He can do it on a snowboard.
All right. So, who's ready to beat Jet in 2 tricks? Just 2.
I mean, I'm down. I'm down to clown. See what's going to happen.
Assuming I don't mess this up. I did mess it up a little bit. That's fine. We just want to do 2 special tricks. Do not mean to do that. So, never mind. 3 tricks. Hopefully I get enough coins, because that's going to be very important. I might have messed this up, actually. I did mess this up. Oops, oh well. This is the issue of messing it up, because now you have to see Jet do the thing again. Whoops. So this is one of the slowest mission to mess up, because now you have to watch him do it again. Fun. So unfortunately I messed up the thing because I was trying to do a thing where we grab 5 coins and then try and do the special trick where Jet is right there and then grab another 5. But sadly I missed one of the coins, and unfortunately that messed up the whole thing. So, whoops. So we're gonna have to see Jet do his old tricks again, so it's fine. It's just like a minute, but it's fine. We have like, it's okay.
We get to appreciate his model again.
Yep. Let's see. Now let's see if I can actually try and do this in 2 tricks.
We believe.
Right. Don't mess this up. Right. There we go. There's 1. I'm gonna grab some of these. There we go. Just in time. If that trick did not go off in time, we wouldn't get the points. Thankfully, we did. And 2 tricks. We beat Jet. We do get 1 half for it, but it is faster. Unironically, this could be, but fine. Oh, did not mean to press no, but that's okay. Nothing more bad will happen. Yeah, saving is slow, but I only save because I have to. Alright, so next up is going through this maze. We're actually gonna go back here and we're gonna knock down this bridge. That's for later. We're gonna need to come back here backtrack here at some point, so we're going to do that. And we're going to have a visit of, oh my god, please go up here. Some friends. Yeah, remember these 2? Yeah, they challenged us to ice hockey again. Guess what we're doing? Giving the mission.
We're not taking them up on the offer.
We're not even taking them up. We're going to be like, here you go, we're done. Well, unfortunately, they don't have unique dialogue if you use the text. They just pretend it's normal. The bosses, however, do. There's if you use a ticket on a boss, they have unique dialogue. Versus if you beat them normally. So now Silver and Blaze are joined the party, which is, cool. We will never be playing. Well, we'll be playing as them for the. Actually, no, we will never be playing as Blaze. Where the hell am I going? Unfortunately. Maybe in the Vegas Gaming Showcase, but we'll get to that. make sure that I talk to this teleporter, similar to the one in Frost Town, similar to the one in Polar Straits, and we're gonna see a very funny switch right here. So here's a switch. It's kind of weird, but you expect that you see a switch, you see arrows, that's gonna open, right?
Surely.
And so Knuckles is gonna be here like, yeah, let's go open the switch. Right? Nothing bad's gonna happen, right? Oh, that's it. Speedrun's over.
Oh.
We're dead. Oh, I forgot more text.
Wow, I can't believe it.
We're not going to land conveniently. Oh, we're just going to land in a conveniently place. And yeah, we're now stuck. We fall from all the way up in Cubarinth all the way down here. So this is where Knuckles decides we're not going to swim through. Instead, we're going to punch this wall. So this is the fun minigame.
It's the Knuckles mission.
Yeah, this is the Knuckles mission. Where you have to punch a wall. Fight until you get a combo and then mash the buttons. And if you are good at mashing, you can just do it in 2 cycles. Let's see how good I'm mashing. I don't think it's going to get 2 cycles. Nah, I just missed 2 cycles. By how many punches? 1, 2 punches.
That was perfect.
If I just punched 2 more times, I would have done 2 cycles, but it's okay. Now we punched the wall. And so now we get access to these next missions. Here, I'm going to switch to Mario. Haven't done that in a while. Because we're going to be doing some mini Mario stuff. But before that, 3 dashes. This is a skeleton again, and we're going to be picking our boy Nux. Also did timing test with this, and yes, despite the fact that you get more dashes if you have higher technique, this opening segment, doing this with Knuckles, is way faster. So that's why we're doing that. 3 dashes, pretty self-explanatory.
So
just get 3 dashes as soon as possible. Doesn't matter if you hit the wall or anything, just dash, dash, and dash. We also crashed, but that's okay. We don't care. And now, who's ready for some ice puzzles? We love a good ice puzzle, don't we? Because again, we are stranded here until we find a way back. So, you can actually, like, if you don't know what to do, you can actually just get stuck here because the game doesn't technically tell you. You actually have to figure it out for yourself. Turns out there's this ice block right here, and we're gonna have to be pushing this a lot.
Okay.
Mario, please push the block that way. Thank you. And we'll show you what we have to do with what this ice block does. But as you may notice, some important characters are kind of on screen. We're gonna be talking to them. Please. And then we go this way, because if you go up, you screw up the puzzle. So you have to do it in this way. Then we're going to be grabbing the mushroom and talking to Wario and Luigi. Everyone's favorite other duo, aside from Silver and Blaze, who they really love pairing up with each other. They really do. And so we're going to be challenging them to a game of bobsleigh. And you might notice the number of missions cleared on Mario and Knuckles being 9. Typically, we want to avoid clearing missions with any character more than 10. This route only does Mario and Knuckles as 10, and we'll get to why. Bobsleigh, very similar to Skeleton and to Luge. You have to just slide the thing. They actually are sliding down the exact same slide. This is actually true to the Olympics as well. They do the exact same slide. So if you might be thinking, wait, this is the familiar course. Yes, it's the same one. And so the main thing is just slide down, do not hit the wall, and ideally, I'm playing it safe, because if you hit the wall, you lose all your boost, just like what I did. And playing it safe, ideally, you don't actually want to turn with both Mario and Knuckles. You just want to turn with the character in the back, because it's faster. But I'm just playing it safe so that we can then do a thing. Fun little fact about this game, for those who don't know, if you hold up on both Mario and Knuckles, you go faster.
Ah. Kind of makes sense.
The game doesn't tell you this.
Okay, of course.
But yeah, by doing a mission with 10 times per character, you do get a little bit of an emblem. I've routed so that both Mario and Knuckles get the emblem at the same time so that it's minimized. that we can use them more often. Yeah, that's all the missions that we're going to be doing in this area. We're then now going to push this ice block all the way up because thankfully it's saved. The ice block gets saved location even if you do a mission. And we're going to push that ice block there to then move that platform over there so that we can then finally leave this area. So now that we've done that, we can now just... I'm heading the wrong way. Whoopsies. We now finally leave. Back to Frosttown. And continue our journey. That is, yeah, falling down there with Knuckles is technically a requirement. But we don't want to. We actually want to go to Cube 1 before we go back to Cube 2. And the reason why we want to do that is there's actually a mini game that we're going to do. Specifically with our good buddy Silver. So this minigame right here, there's a bunch of robots that we have to like stop with psychokinesis. Very simple controls. You just touch the robots on with your stylus, and once you touch all 5, they explode. They do go faster for each one you touch, so you want to start with the small ones and then touch the big ones. Fun little fact, if I can touch the small one. There we go. Fun little fact about this. You can do this minigame so fast that the timer on top doesn't even go through a full second. It would just be 30, and it's like you done the mini, and it's like it's done. However, it is based on RNG, so good luck grinding that out. 2. So yeah, we do that mini game so that we can get the bobsleigh, the blazing bobsleigh, so we can do dream bobsleigh missions, which again, unironically, that's the next mission. So now we come back to the place where we fell. We talk to the pink chow that's right here. And here's a little thing. I guess I wonder what we're gonna do next in this mission. So blazing bobsleigh. Unlike the bobsleigh, you actually start moving, and main goal is to get to the end. But the mission is spin revival. But instead, we're just gonna crash into the wall 5 times. Why? Because we're gonna be skipping a mission in the future, and this is a fast mission to lose. So. Yep, so we go from 33 to 28 hearts. And so yeah, we're just gonna crash. I'll explain more about this minigame because the next boss fight is actually going to be this minigame, well, this mission, or this event, right. Terminologies, get them right. It's event, mission, minigame. This is an event. We're doing a mission. Minigames is those little things that we just did with Silver. I know, it's confusing. So, yeah, if you did not hear earlier, the reason why we fail missions is because there are some missions that are extremely long that we do not want to do. In fact, a fun little fact, the next mission we're skipping was the first mission skipped in this was the first mission we decided to skip in the speedrun. That's how bad it was. So we're going to crash one more time, and the main goal of this mission is to spin our rival by using the defensive pod. Main thing about this bobsleigh is that there's a defensive pod and a fast pod. One goes fast, one doesn't go fast, but here our main goal is to spin. So if the game is kind, we go right. Okay, we're just going to start over because we want to spin, and if we are ahead, we can spin our rival. So hopefully line ourselves up. There we go. It's a bit finicky, and because it's AI, it's also RNG. So, you know, fun. One reset's fine. Typically, it can go pretty badly and do like 2 to 3 resets, but 1 reset's perfectly acceptable. 1 marathon run. Anyway, we're now going to switch back to Sonic because we're going to be jumping on a spring. We're not going that way because that's the wrong way. We're going to be jumping on this one. This takes us all the way to the crystal wall that we need to go to. As we see Sonic jump, and yes, the next boss is unfortunately the most uncreative one of them all. It's a big bullet. That's it.
Huh.
Not a bonsai bill, just a big bullet bill. Why is it just a big bullet bill? I don't know. Ask the developers. There.
Because that's why.
We're going up here, and this bullet bill is apparently angry and does not want us to let go through. We're gonna have to challenge it to a match of blazing bobsleigh. So we're gonna do just that. Because that's all what big bullet bills want to do, apparently. Just challenge you to a game of bobsleigh. So, now to explain this mission proper, by pressing the L button, you can then switch over to the front, which allows you to go slightly faster, at the cost of taking more damage from obstacles on the form. So you have to be, so it's a risk-reward thing. So here, we also don't want to hit the wall too many times. There's going to be times I'm going to purposely hit the wall because, well, the game just doesn't allow me to not hit the wall. And then here, I'm just going to do a little bit of a slightly safety step because, again, you do not want to hit the wall if you can. And I'm just going to take it slightly slowly because you can fudge this minigame up. I have done so by accident multiple times in PB attempts, so you're going to be careful. There's also like multiple pathways that you can take, but typically going, which direction is it? Going right is fastest. Here, we're going to boost ourselves up. We're going to be careful. I'm going to go in the middle, switch to the defensive side, just in case. And then I'm going to grab, at the very least, a hawk. Okay, I guess we're not. That's fine. And then we're just going to go here, and near the end, I'm going to play a little bit safe just by going on the defensive side so that we just take less damage. Yeah, snowmen are the obstacles. If you hear snowmen too many times, you will just die. But thankfully, we didn't. You can fudge up this minigame a lot. In fact, the personal best accidentally died in this minigame, so... which is the world record, so that's like a 50-second time save I have here when I next do PB attempts. That's the minigame. We've now saved the 5th Snow Spirit, and guess what? Guess what this one's called?
Oh, I have no idea.
I'll give you a clue.
Nah.
Think obviously. Think obvious.
I've spaced out at the wrong time. Oh, I don't know.
Its name is Icy. That's it.
Is it? It's just icy.
It's spelled I-C-Y. That's it. It's just Icy.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have Frosty, Sparky, Polar, QB, and now Icy.
QB and incredible.
Incredible names. I know. So now we are heading over to the 5th area of the game. Home of everyone's least favorite minigame in the Winter Olympics, curling. You ask any speedrunner, they do not like curling. It's slow, and yeah, that's it. It's just slow. But we'll get to that when we get to that. But before we get to that, who's ready to say hello to finally, after all this time, a new power character?
Ooh, I wonder who it's going to be.
I wonder who it's going to be. New to the series, introduced into this game, say hello to Donkey Kong.
Hey, DK.
So here's So unfortunately, Donkey Kong is upset because, you know, he dropped his bananas down there, and Silver's here. It's like, oh, this is easy. I'm just going to pick him up.
As you do.
As he does. And now it's like, Donkey Kong's like, ooh, I'm going to join you. But first, I want to challenge, as Donkey Kong does, challenge Silver to a game of moguls. If you don't know what moguls is, it's skiing with tricks. And as because it's a character minigame, we're going to have to see Donkey Kong do some sick tricks.
Let's go.
On skis. So moguls times gives you points on 3 aspects. Speed, turns, and air. As you can see, Donkey Kong doing some cool tricks there. But not doing well on the turns. we're gonna obliterate Donkey Kong so much, we're not even gonna do a single air trick.
I mean, beating your chest in the air isn't really a trick, is it?
Well, apparently, according to the judges, it's enough for about 5 points.
Wow. I reckon he's slipping them some money on the side.
Oh no, we'll talk about slipping some money later. But here, we're gonna beat Donkey Kong without doing a single air trick. Because we're just going to go through all the bumps. And because by going through all the bumps, we go faster. And even though we missed one, which is fine, we're just not gonna jump at all because we don't. Because the longer we are in the air, the slower we go. And that's it. Yeah, we got 13 points on just the turns alone. Turns are the most important things. We still did well enough to get a hard, which is, kind of slow, but whatever. It's fine. So now we've beaten DK. I had this happen once as a child, but never happened ever again. Where I kind of crashed the game on DK. I don't know how I did it. And I've never been able to replicate it, which is kind of weird. Anyway, here's the, wait, hold on, I'm going the wrong way. Here's a little fun little mini game that we're going to be doing. This is the Blaze mini game, which I think has the most interesting mini game. So here we say, oh, we want to remove these ice, but Knuckles doesn't want to break the ice because if it breaks the ice, the cave might collapse, judging. And so Blaze comes in and uses her fire powers to burn the ice. This one's an interesting one. You have to put these blocks in a thing, but I unfortunately have to use the microphone because, of course I do. So here, we're going to push up here, we're then going to push that there, we're then going to blow on that because you cannot, because for some reason they didn't put it on a button. Thank you, developers. We're going to move Bowser Jr. here, we're going to move Bowser Jr. all the way up there, we're then going to do that. And then we're going to move these blocks over here. And then if I can move Blaze properly, you can then put the blocks over here. And that's the mission. If you're wondering, Tech, yes, the sound does go lower during the microphone mini games. That is on purpose. because they expect you to play the game on speaker. So they reduce the volume so that it doesn't affect the microphone. The main reason why we do this is because we need even though we don't really want to do curling missions, we still need to be able to allow the users to challenge us with curling missions. Here I'm going to switch to Mario, and we're going to talk to this Hero Chow. And we're going to do the only curling mission that we will ever do because this one's actually fast. Gonna pick Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong's the most powerful character, and the only thing we're gonna do is we're just going to knock a stone away, which is fairly simple. We're going to aim our stone right there. We're then going to just throw. Thankfully, Donkey Kong is like the strongest character, so this will be really, really fast. Ideally, we just knock out one stone, not two. But if we knock out two, that's okay. And there goes one stone. And that's it. Fairly simple mission. Curling as an event is extremely long because that was just one turn. Imagine 8 times 2, so 16 turns.
Oof.
So we're not going to do that. So here, the reason why we actually changed to Mario is because, again, only Mario can interact with Mario items and Sonic can only interact with Sonic stuff. So we're going to become Mini Mario so we can walk on the thin ice without breaking. So we can come all the way up here, and then we're going to actually switch to Sonic because we're going to be using that spring afterwards to get back. Before we do that, we are going to do this mission, which is Moguls again, but except we don't have to watch Donkey Kong do it because... actually, we are going to watch Donkey Kong do it because we are actually going to play as Donkey Kong. Simply because Donkey Kong has the worst jumping stat. Therefore, he doesn't jump as high.
Genius. That's quite funny.
Then here, we're going to purposely get a lot because it's actually just faster just to hit the turns because you then just get a speed boost. But we're going to purposely miss one. So we're not going to jump. And then there we go, 29, optimal. We get 30, we get 3 hearts and lose 2 seconds. It's actually a very easy minigame to get all 30. I'm pretty sure the characters' hitboxes don't really mean too much, but they might. Now we're gonna go back to Frosttown, and you might be thinking, wait, where the hell is DK's minigame? Right? And what is DK's minigame? First, before I forget, need you. Thank you. Thank you for your completion ticket. I appreciate it. Now we're gonna go wrong place. Gonna go back to Polar Straits 2. And you might have noticed that one of the poles that we went through kind of looks weird. You might not have noticed, but there's one of them that's really suspicious looking. And there's also like this area below us where it's just cloudy. What's up with that? Turns out, yeah, this pole looks weird. And so Donkey Kong's gonna climb it because he's very good at climbing.
Yeah, understandable.
So we just have to climb to the top. There's the words you're not going to hear from my mouth. We have to hope for good banana RNG.
So it's banana RNG, let's go.
So all I have to do is just climb up. Unfortunately, I hit the bomb somehow, but that's fine. Punch the ice, dodge the bombs, and hope that banana spawns so that we can go fast. And so far, we're not getting good banana RNG. It's because no bananas spawned. That's really bad RNG. Where are my bananas? Oh, there you are. Now we can finally go much faster up. There they are. Just took a while. And we jump, and that must be a really uncomfortable position for Donkey Kong.
Oof, yeah. Okay.
But now we get, so by doing that, we hit the button. We now get this bridge, this conveniently mechanical bridge that just gets us to this place. Very convenient. Now we thank Donkey Kong for getting us across this boom, pressing the button. And now we're going to do a foot race. I know it's weird, but yeah, this penguin, he claimed himself to be the fastest penguin on this place and wants to beat Sonic the Hedgehog in a race.
That's
So, main thing is you just have to hit the 4 checkpoints, cross the finish line, and then he'll build us a bridge to get to the bit that's to our left that we can't get to yet. It's the only time where this is done. So, we go 1, go 2, we go 3, we go 4. Yes, there's ice physics, and we win the race. Fairly easily. That's that's the race done. And then we do that, don't talk to the penguin twice, and we do this mission of ice hockey because it's, again, very fast. And this is... Okay, no, I was going to say, is this the last mission we do as Knuckles? No, it's not. But unfortunately, Knuckles' time is coming to an end. So this is score first. Do not let the opponent score. And unfortunately, I fucked that up because I couldn't aim at the goal. Try again.
Ooh, looking good.
Nope, don't let them score.
Oh no. Oh,
There we go.
recovering.
Bit slow, but it's okay.
Hey.
As long as we don't let them score, we don't have to redo the mission. Typically, you can do that way faster, but it's like the AI just kind of got in my way and I couldn't aim on the goal. But it's alright. As long as we finish, that's all as we do. As long as we succeed in the mission, that's all that matters. At the end of the day. So, that is actually the last regular ice hockey mission as well, so we will not be seeing that anymore. And we're going to be heading through here, and we're going back to Ice Peak, because, again, that's the name of the place. Yeah, the spirits are named after the places as well, so, very creative names. So now we're going to get into a little bit of a fun story because we didn't actually use tickets initially for this speedrun because we thought losing missions is slow. Turns out this was the first ever mission that we skipped. Why? I'm just going to mention the word curling and you can figure out the rest. You have to not only play a game of curling, you have to win. and the AI is surprisingly really good. So doing this mission is like 3 minutes to do, and
Oh wow.
also, yeah, doing this mission is like 3 minutes, and if you lose, that's another 3 minutes. So this used to be a run killer. The console version does not get that luxury. If you play on the console version, you actually have to fight Drybone in the like festival mode thing. I know I'm going the right way. But we could talk a little bit more about the console versions a little bit, because we're going to be seeing hello to another character, Vector. I think this is also, again, Vector's one of 2 DS models, the other one being in the other Olympic Games.
He's looking good. He lends quite well to it, being a little spiky fella.
And it's like, Vector's. Also, I like this continuity, because technically all the characters should know each other, but Donkey Kong is a new character, so Vector doesn't know who Donkey Kong is. And it's like, hey, who's the big fella? And it's like, yep, they challenged us to a game of short track. So this is slightly different to the short track event, as you can clearly tell. Simply put, we're just going around the track. Actually, this is random AI, so I have to worry about Vector a little bit. And it's very similar, except we do have to keep in track of our stamina meter. There's this area which allows us to recover our stamina meter. Thankfully, DK has like a very good stamina stat, so we don't have to worry too much about it. But the reason why we have to want to keep our stamina stat full near the end is because at the very end, the game gives us an option to final sprint. Like here, we're not actually going to final sprint yet. This is not the final corner. We're going to use it right here at the final corner, so that at the very end, we can then just, if Donkey Kong would like to turn, please, we can then cross the finish line and be okay. Didn't really know that Donkey Kong is actually a very good speed skater. Who knew? So yeah, that's Vector down. We now have unlocked what I essentially call the best power character that we have access to. Unfortunately, we do not get access to the best power character in the game, which, for those who don't know, is Bowser. Bowser has most of the IL world records in this game, because its stats are just exactly perfect. There are a few exceptions, but Bowser has most of the IL world records, because his stats are just like exactly perfect to do well in most events. Anyway, here's a little sneak peek of something I would like to hope to show off later: some figure skating. Well, unfortunately, this is again one of those missions where it's faster to lose 5 times. So we're just going. So enjoy the opening of the Nutcracker 5 times.
Whilst Mario just skates into the corner.
Yep. It gets funnier later, trust me. So 37-32. As we go ahead. Enjoy the Nutcracker in its DS sound font. Yes, and I know, funny name of the title. I know. I get it. Go ahead, put the jokes. Yeah. It isn't, yes. There's a mission that we're going to be skipping later, and yes, by doing this, we save about 1.5 to 2 minutes, I think. Or still tell the mission later, but oh boy, I remember what we're doing next after this. Oh, that's going to be fun. Who's ready for trivia questions?
Ooh, okay. I'm down.
That's going to be the next thing, because again, lore reasons. There's a gate that Charmy B, is going to close, and you have to know the password. And Charmy says, I'm not going to open the door until you know the password. And only Vector knows the password. Turns out, the password is a trivia quiz. Why did Vector make password a trivia quiz? Do not ask, except he forgot all the questions. So now we've done the thing. Guys, now we can actually do the mini game, which is just the first part, where we just have to land and jump. So, wait for the timer. Look at Mario 12. Yeah, we wait the timer to go down because it's actually slightly faster. Because again, we don't want to get hearts. We can help it. So now we've done that mission. We're now going back to Cubarinth to do that trivia question that we just said. But also reminding myself not to fall down there because that's slow. And also to get the talk to White Shy Guy again. Because again, we just failed 5 missions. Say hi to Rouge again. Say bye to Rouge. Rouge is definitely not going to be an important character, right? Nah. This one. Cube 1. No, we're definitely not going to see Rouge again, are we? Nah.
Surely not.
Surely not. So here, we're going to go down these steps here. These steps here. And there's actually 2 ways you can do this mini game. You can either just spam and hope you get it right, or what I'm going to do is actually read the questions and answer correctly. So yeah, this is essentially Charmy is not going to open the door until we answer trivia questions correct. That's Vector's minigame. Just trivia.
Okay.
Right. You examine a snowman during your adventure. Yes. You can't replay a cleared mission. Nope, you can do that. Getting an event item lets you take on new missions. Yep. The 2010 Olympic Winter Games are the first. No. The Olympic Winter Games are held twice. No.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Technically, there is a cheat sheet. However, I have been bamboozled by the cheat sheet because sometimes they can switch one word and the question's completely different. I actually don't know how many questions. I think there's like over 50 questions that he can ask.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. So here we're going to be doing some more deluxe half pipe. Fortunately, we're not going to see Vector pull some tricks off yet. The main mission here is just get 7 coins and beat the thing. And the fast strat is just get 7. Don't get any more than 7. Damn it. Okay, fine. Because if you get any more than 7, you're going to get a heart. So yeah, he's happy that he got no points, but that is fine because we'd save time. Don't worry, we'll be see Vector pulling some tricks on a snowboard later.
Oh, let's go.
Anyway, Ib, I gotta say something to you.
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna like this news.
Oh, no.
This is the last mission we do Knuckles. We use Knuckles.
It's been a good run. To be fair, like he gets more love than some of the other characters, so I just count ourselves blessed that we've had him for so long.
And so here we just need to land a
Gotta go
super
out with a
shot.
bang, surely.
Very easy. And then there you go. GG's. And the goal you go.
Nice.
And that's Knuckles' last mission. All he had to do was pass a puck.
Thank you for your service, Knuckles.
Yeah. Now
You'll
it's
be
just
remembered.
over to Mario, Vector, one time as Wario, just the one,
Ooh.
and Sonic on a few occasions.
Nice.
Oh, now we do that. We're going to say hi to Rouge again. Definitely not going to be an important character in about 10 seconds. Or something. Probably not.
Surely not.
And yeah, we're going to go behind the ice waterfall again. And we're going to go into the ice wall.
Of course.
And now we finally got 4 crystals. We can now finally do... yeah, finally go to the missions. And essentially, I mean, we only have to save the 5 snow spirits. That technically means that we're reaching the end game, right? There's nothing else after that, right? There's no 6th area, right?
Let's go.
Surely not.
Can't be.
Can't be.
That would be cruel and twisted.
Nah. There's no 6th area. There's only 5. Anyway, you might see a familiar face here. What's Rouge doing there?
Ooh. Ah. Up to no good.
Probably up to no good. It's like, what's Rouge doing here? It's like, and then he's like, oh, that's a problem. So it turns out
Oh, dear.
Rouge is actually going to be working with Bowser and Eggman because Bowser and Eggman is going to supply her with white stones. If they win, if, you know, Rouge does their dirty work. Here's the thing. No. Ticket. We're going to use a ticket because unfortunately figure skating is a slow mission. And here's the lore behind tickets, by the way. Turns out Bowser and Eggman made the tickets because they were struggling with the events and handed it to the white shy guy for safekeeping. Turns out the white shy guy is very generous and decides to give us the tickets. That's the lore.
Hey, he's our dealer. He helps us out.
If you never use the ticket, you will never know about that. Oh, by the way, they just stole Frosty. And now they invite them to their own Olympic Winter Games. The entire time they steal the Snow Spirit so they can host their own. And so now we have to save Frosty. So, this entire area it's all been cheerful music. Now it's time for something a little bit more sinister. So what happens when you mixture Dr. Eggman's base, Bowser's castle, and the Olympic Winter Games? You get this place.
I see it. Okay. Yeah. Checks out.
This is the fusion dance of all three. And may I just quickly ask what is the time on the GDQ clock? Just so I can.
Let's have a look. Oh, might take a little time to update on my end. We're looking around the 156 mark.
Okay. So we're gonna go through here. We're gonna switch as Mario so that we can go to switch to Mario, and then we're gonna immediately switch back to Sonic so that we can break this bridge over here. And then we're gonna talk to this chat. If you remember the last figure skate minigame, we lost 5 times because it was fast, so we can skip Rouge. And we're doing it again, except this time, instead of listening to the Nutcracker 5 times, enjoy Endless Possibilities 6 times.
Let's go.
But just the opening.
It's better than nothing. We'll take it.
So 36 to 31.
What a banger. What a game.
Oh, the Sonic melody is actually, I think, the best melody in the game. I'm not going to spoil. It's a melody, so it's actually more than one song. I'm not going to tell you what the other 2 songs are. You're going to have to... If I'm fast enough, we get to see it later.
Well, since it's the one that we're having at the moment, what are your thoughts on Endless Possibilities, and what are your thoughts on Unleashed, if you have any?
Gonna say this right now. Endless Possibilities, good song. Not my favorite, but very good song.
Fair enough, yeah.
If you want to know my favorite song in the Sonic franchise, it's in Sonic Frontiers, Second Wind. That is my favorite song.
Okay, honestly, I need to listen to more of the Frontiers soundtrack. Like, I've listened to the heavy-hitting, like, boss themes with the vocals. Like, they're so good, but I need to go through. I need to go through the rest of them and properly soak it in.
Yeah. But if you want favorite vocal, Night of the Wind.
Yes, Sonic and the Bloke Knight. Sonic in Britain.
Wait,
That's such a good game.
Jump. That was close enough, but that's okay, because we actually want to delay this as much as we can, so we don't get the gold. And that's the thing.
Nice.
Favorite time. Yeah. So now we failed 5 times. We're going to just continue on an adventure and do some puzzles. Well, not really much of a puzzle. We just want to activate the switch so that we don't have to go that way yet. We're then gonna go through here, across here, say hello to the most annoying sound effect in the game. Hi, Daisy. Bye, Daisy. Because we just got a ticket, and this is the one and only case where we're gonna actually just immediately use it in the next mission. And I wonder who we're gonna use it on. Oh, hi, Rouge. Give me my ticket. I need that. All right. Back to Blizzard 1. Yes. The last spirit's called Blizzara. Because blizzards.
Mm-hmm.
And here we're going to be saying hello to Daisy. And Daisy is actually going to be like, you know what? I want to challenge another princess to a game of ultimate figure skating. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to hand over the card because it's very slow. And we get ourselves a second crystal. And yes, that we basically just lose immediately so that we can just get Daisy back in our team. So now that we finally have Daisy, we can now go to Ice Peak. And there's actually a Chow who wants to actually show something to Daisy. So we're going to go back to Ice Peak and show... Actually, no, they actually tell us. This Chow actually wants to show Daisy some flowers. Because of course the Chow does. Specifically, the flowers right over here. So it's like Daisy's like, oh my god, look, these are pretty flowers. Oh wait, there's a... What is this called? I actually don't know.
Flicky?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm trying to...
Monkey robot bomb Eggman who wants to like ruin the flowers. So it's our job to throw snowballs at it. It's a Kiki.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Kiki, that's what, the bitrate was not on my side there for a sec.
So here we're going to be chucking snowballs. It can also chuck snowballs at me, which stuns me, but that's okay. And that's essentially the minigame. We're just going to try and hit the Kiki as much as we can. We're also going to try not getting hit by the Kiki, ideally. Because it then puts us in a stun animation. You don't want to hit the Chow because, you know, we do not want to throw snowballs at Chow. Ideally. Even though it's like something extremely tempting. It does not save us time. So hopefully one more snowball and then we can go... Well, one more snowball. And yeah, I think if we want, we can go into a break after this if you want to.
Sounds good, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and pause the timer in 3, 2, 1, now.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Well, folks, we will be going into the last hour, hopefully under an hour, we'll see. Last hour of this Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games speedrun. But for now, we're just going to take a little break. We're going to have some time to just jam out to some music whilst we get up and stretch if we can. Staying hydrated. You can see that Crisis is staying hydrated. Very important. Big old water bottle right there. Yeah, setting a very good example. Must be done. But we will be back after 5 minutes or so for the rest of this, and then more hotfix action tonight. You better stick around. But in the meantime, see you in a sec. Alrighty folks, we are back once again. Just a reminder, if you haven't joined us for earlier on in the show, this is Going Places, the speedrun travel show, I like to call it, where we go around the world looking for region exclusive games, as well as having a look at the games that we can play on our travels on handheld consoles, devices, whatever you've got in your pocket, we can rock it with some speedruns. So we have been treated so far. I do like that word, but it has been a treat. It has been a very good showing of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games on the DS. Very, very cute. And I mean, DS vibes are immaculate. But just whilst we're here, might as well tell you what's going to be happening later on Hotfix tonight. We are having Grudge Match after this, where two speedrunners are pitted against each other. I think most of the time they know, the person that they're going up against, so getting some grudges out the way. We've got Neitzel and I'm not going to butcher that name, hopefully, Blopew, having a go at Monster Party for the NES, and then Jangle Storm and Skateman 222 having a go at JJ and Jeff for the TG16. intriguing. And then after that, we're going to be having Parallel Universe, which is a focus on sort of modified games and hacks, I think. Might not be the right terminology, but either way, it is going to be Kirby Squeak Squad, Metal Percent, a race between Beam Queen Soul and Glitch Aston. So, I mean, Hotfix stuff is non-stop. We have a whole load of things that have happened during the week as well. So if you've missed any of that and you wonder, what are we getting up to? You can find us on our socials, as well as, of course, the whole highlights VODs on our YouTube, Games Done Quick. But the final hour, the final stages, the final missions of Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. Chrysosaurus, take it away.
All right, so we just finished the Daisy minigame. We now have access to a new area. Let's go ahead and explore this area. So we're ready to start the timer in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Good luck.
So here,
Sonic doesn't
we're
say
going to go the wrong way because, of course, I am. We're actually going to go skip this mission with a Shy Guy because it's kind of slow. And we're going to go talk to this Dark Chow. And thankfully, we do not have to fail this mission. We are going to fail one mission one more time, but we're going to be seeing Mario do some more tricks in skates. Because, of course, we are. So enjoy the sound of Carmen as Mario does some jumps.
Yeah, I didn't know he was chill like that.
There we go. So that's that. I actually somewhat fudged up the trick because you don't want to get a heart, but that's okay. It's just one heart. Who cares? But yeah, that is figure skating. That is another figure skating mission. That is the last figure skating mission that we're gonna see. And then the final mission that we're gonna do, we're gonna come up here, and we're gonna be delighted to see a specific duo return. The duo of Wario and Waluigi. Turns out, after they're running in thin ice, they apparently climbed a mountain. Which is,
as you do.
Interesting to challenge us. So this is Snowboard Cross, and you might be interested by the character I choose here. Turns out, as I mentioned earlier, yes, Bowser is the best character in most events. This is an exception. Peach is actually the best character in this one. And the reason is technique is really good to do snaking. So this just becomes Mario Kart DS again. Where you just drift left, drift right. Hopefully we don't hit too many of the walls because, because apparently I'm very good at this game.
Well, shameless plug, folks. If you want to see Mario Kart DS speedruns, we actually had that game on the show just a couple of weeks back. Abel did some incredible runs of the vanilla game, also a 300cc version of it. Sorry, I had to mention it. It was that was good fun.
That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah.
It was a purposeful plug. Oops, did not mean to jump.
I wonder what CC Peach is going at the moment.
Snowboard CC.
Yeah, I reckon we can get behind that.
And there we go. And that's that. If you actually are good at this game, you can actually do this in like 47 seconds. That's what the IO record is, I believe. But I'm not. So. But that's that's that. Little known fact for the cross-country missions. So biathlon, cross-country, and Nordic combined, Amy actually has is the best character for those, has the IO world records for those. And for speed skating, specifically the one that we did, this is the very first mission, it's Tails is actually the best character for that. And for any minigame that requires 2 characters, typically it's Bowser and Vector that are the 2 best characters. Anyway, we're going to be hearing a lot of beeping sounds, just ignore it. Wario and Waluigi gave us an item to find white stones. We don't care. I went the wrong way, because of course I did. And we want to warp back to Frosttown. Actually, alright, it's technically 0cc, because cc is an engine, and we're not using an engine. It's technically 0, but snowboards have an engine somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, now we're gonna go back on this platform over here. We're gonna hit this switch right over here, so that we can then return that back to normal. And conveniently, that place is, if Mario would like to cross the bridge, thank you, is where our ice gate is. So we are going to, well, ice wall, not a gate. Technically not a gate, just a wall. And yeah, we're going to just get rid of it and go into our next boss. And for an event where this is actually the first event of its kind that we're going to be seeing, being the extreme speed skating or something. I forgot what it's called. We'll figure it out. But hey, here's Omega, everybody.
There he is.
And the reason why he's actually fighting us is really weird. Omega wants to defeat Dr. Eggman, because, you know, that's his law. But Dr. Eggman says, yes, we must stop Mario and Sonic. Which is interesting. So that's why we're fighting Omega. Alright, here's Dream well, I call it Dream Speed Skating, but probably that's not what it's called because Dream events are not called that. Simply put, you're just speed skating on a boat. And I'm doing very well at taking corners. Omega just fell in a hole. Congratulations, Omega. But we're just going to be obliterating Omega. Essentially, what is the main gimmick of this game is you're speed skating, and you also have a boost function, which does cost stamina. But the main thing is you want to try and keep, try and boost as much as you can while also taking the optimal lines. That's pretty much the main thing. It's a race for 3 laps. It's kind of, I think the reference for this is kind of like Daisy Cruiser because you're on a cruise ship. But you're skating on a cruise ship, which is, you know, kind of a cool gimmick. Mm-hmm. Also, if you jump on these, you can get yourself a little bit of a speed boost. We'll be seeing this minigame at least once more. This is technically one of the slower minigames that we do, but it is fast enough that it's not worth skipping. So here, we're going to be doing a little bit of skating, and we're going to be doing one more lap. It's just a race. It's just pure skill. There's no RNG involved because there's no items. We're actually going to hit the switch so that we can then revert that to just that, which is convenient for us. I'm going to boost again. The reason why I picked Vector, high stamina and also high power, which means longer boosts. Just don't get hit in the wall, please. Thank you. And that's the mission. And that's mission done. We completely obliterate Omega. We almost outlapped him.
Nice.
You know what? I also wish speed skating was like this, where you just speed skate on a boat instead. Can we just freeze a boat and just speed skate on that? That'd be cool.
It's definitely an interesting concept.
That's extremely interesting. Quick look at my splits. I golded by 1:26. Don't ask how.
Huh. Congratulations.
Well, regardless. We're now going to head this way, and we're actually going to do things in a slightly different order. Normally, we do the backtracking a little later, but actually, we're going to be immediately doing the backtracking because we're going to talk to this shy guy, who apparently knows a secret. And Waluigi's going to be like bluffing, saying, "Oh, we already know the secret," and he tells us the secret anyway. How do you know about the secret room in a specific place? So yes, you have to talk to that shy guy to know about the secret room. Otherwise, it doesn't activate the mini game that Waluigi will eventually be doing very shortly. So here, we're gonna warp to Cube of 1. Forget which one. And then we are going this way. We remember the bridge we knocked down way earlier? Oh. Now we get the fast track over here. Nice. And we talk to this shy guy. We'll be like, "Hey, we know your secret room. Tell us where it is." And it's like, this shy guy's gonna be like, "No, we're not gonna tell you. Here's my egg flapper that drops off bombs." But sadly, the egg flapper is going against the shy guy, so now Waluigi has to deal with this. So, This minigame can be a bit difficult. Main goal is you have to wait for the egg flapper to drop bombs. And then you have to wait. So here we're going to wait till it drops, throw, grab this one, and then throw it before it drops the green one, because green ones cannot be picked up and they will immediately explode when they touch you. So we're going to do the same trick again. And unfortunately, it did drop off a green, so we're going to be, unfortunately, hit stun, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. We did get another hit in, but again, we're going to get hit stunned again, because we love being slow. But hopefully it's like, should be just one more bomb, and there we go. So yeah, we just have to throw back the bomb. This is, I mean, it's very weird, an egg flapper dropping off bombs, but you know. But trust me when I say the next minigame is a bit weirder. Which is the final minigame, actually, of the whole thing. But before we do that, we have this minigame. Oh, this mission that we have to do. Of course, we have 4 missions that we have to do. This one's fast. Obviously, these ones are faster with done with Vector. And who's ready to see Vector do some tricks?
Ooh, me.
He's only going to show off one because, you know, time is money. If you want to see him more, you have to give him more money.
Yeah, I mean, a man's got to pay the bills.
There it is. That's a trick.
Let's go.
And now we just win. Just go to the end. Vector, are you alright? I guess he is.
It looks...
So close.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's that mission. Very, very simple mission. And next is a blazing bobsleigh mission. The last time you seen a blazing bobsleigh mission that I did, I crashed into the wall 5 times and then did the mission. And yeah, we're gonna do the exact same thing again. Mission is win backwards, which is actually just the optimal way of playing. No. Because backwards makes you go faster. They're nice speedrunning homage, where going backwards is always faster. But before we do that, turns out Warrior and Vector are bad drivers. So, this is going to be the final time we actually lose a mission. But on purpose. Any other time it is an accident.
Okay.
And there's one more mission that we're going to be skipping. You can guess which one it is. You get a cookie.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you only people who know the. If you know the game, don't say. Which probably not a lot of people know the game, but if you do, don't say.
I love watching the fail animation on this particular. I think this is probably the best one. It just looks particularly goofy.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be failing because again, one particular mission is extremely long. I think it's actually the longest mission in the game. I think actually is it? Was Drybone long? I don't know. It's a very long mission, and that's why we're skipping it. So here,
Big fan of the warrior emotes popping up in chat.
it's like, I get you next time.
Wow, I missed.
Alright, now it's actually time for us to win, and because we are going forward, we have no defenses, but we're going fast, so, you know, that's fine. So simple thing is just, all we have to do is just try and keep the boost up as long as we can. Do not try and not hit any of the snowmen, because they are your biggest threat. That is not a joke. Snowmen are evil. And actually, we're going so fast, we actually are lagging the DS, which is kind of funny. Like, the DS cannot handle the process of going so fast. It's fine. We're going to do that to get the boost, and then we're going to try and get the boost over there. We didn't, but that's okay. We're then going to continue getting the boost, trying to make sure we don't take much damage. Because again, snowmen are evil.
I'd believe it.
All right, then we go in the middle, so we don't get hit by either. We're going. We always go left because left is the fastest path. good. We get the heal, so we are playing. I'm getting those heals just to play it safe, because I do want to actually just finish. Ideally. That's fine. And that's it. The mission's done. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We love Wario. Sadly, that's the only time we'll ever be using Wario, but you know, love his sounds. I think it's just, actually now I realize, it's just, with the exception of one mission that we are forced to use Daisy again, we're just going to be playing as Mario for the rest. Well, actually, well, Mario and Sonic, we'll get to that. So now, for the final time for this speedrun, gimme! Gimme! There we go. We got the completion ticket. And we won't be using it for quite a bit. Now it's time for a minigame that I definitely struggled as a kid a lot. And that is, in this bridge, we have a chain shop. And we have to beat the chain shop. And so Wario is going to volunteer to do the chain shop. What he doesn't know, he's just signed up to a deathmatch. And how exactly are we going to beat the chain chomp? You might be thinking we're going to punch it, right? No, we're just going to do a fart. And, it's gone.
Wow. I mean, that's the most Wario mission of all time.
Yep.
Truly.
Yep. That's how we do it. It's just hilarious. It's the funniest mission. I've struggled a lot as a kid, but now I just found a consistent setup. Now it's time for us to do some puzzles. So we have to get to where Lakitu is, because that spring is where we need to go, and also we need to do the Lakitu mission. So here, we do not want to hit that switch we just clicked yet, because we need to then start to hit this switch. And then we need to hit the green switch, which if we knock down the red switch, then we couldn't hit the green switch. And then we have to make a loop back to then hit the red switch. We love puzzles. We come up here, walk through here, knock down this bridge. And we'll come down here. And I just want to know, what is this snow made of? Or why is this lava incredibly weak? Because this snow should be melting. Because it's right next to this lava, but I don't know, someone make the logic make sense. Anyway, we've seen this Lakitu before. This Lakitu doesn't give us a crystal. Instead, this Lakitu gives us, if I remember correctly, oh yeah, the other curling stone we need to arguably finish the game. So this one is exactly the same as we did with Omega, except we're playing as Daisy. And the main rule is, don't fall off. Before, if you fell off, it's slow. But now if you fall off, you fail the mission. So, don't fall off. Right. Yeah, so we want to keep chaining the boosts. For the first lap, I'm actually going to go left here, get this little boost thing here, get this heart thing here, and then get this heart thing over here to regain my stamina. The second and third lap, I will not be going left to the left side, because they conveniently, the developers, programmed at least one of the AI to break a specific floor, so that if you do take the boost on the left side, you will immediately fall. So we're not doing that, and you will immediately fail the mission. So we're not going on the left. As you can see on the left side, they made a hole that big, so if you jump on that boost, you will immediately fail the mission. One of the few things that they actually programmed in the game. So to avoid that, we're just gonna go right. I'll be back listening to Daisy's yay ha, because we'll be hearing all that because you are losing.
Yeah.
In fact, we might even just outlap some of these characters.
You are coming pretty close to Peach, I wonder. It would be quite funny.
I don't think anything bad happens when you run out of stamina. Never had anything bad happen. But we ran out of stamina just in time.
Nice.
Doesn't matter if you have no stamina if you're at the finish line.
True.
So, done that. We then get parts which are kind of useless unless redacted trolls me.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, now we get us. Oh, I did an oopsie. I forgot to do a Lakitu mission back in Ice Peak. Whoops. That actually now that explains the gold now.
The goal.
It's like, oh, I forgot to do a mission, so I'm gonna have to go back. All I need to do is red switch. That explains the unreasonable gold. I forgot to do something, so remind me to clear the splits after this run. Because that gold is the most fake gold I have. Fake gold. So I did an oopsie. There's one mission I forgot to do.
At least you've realized it. At least you know where it is, because
I know where it is. I know exactly where it is. Normally you're supposed to get the curling stone right there, but it didn't. And I was like, wait, why didn't you give me the thing? And I know why it didn't give me the thing. I didn't do both of its missions. So the second mission I'm supposed to do, well, technically the first mission, if I go the right way, is if I go this way, and then I talk to you. There you are, you dumb cloud thing. I mean, I cannot progress if I didn't do this, so that's fine. So these are the 2 Daisy missions that you have to do to get yourself the Dream Curling Stone, which is required to beat the game, unfortunately. All the items are required to beat the game. This is essentially the same mission as we did with Vector, except we have to do it with Daisy. There's 4 characters, and there's no recovery zone, so you cannot recover stamina easily. But that's fine. That's not an issue. We just speed skate like normal. Not a particularly long mission, but yeah, it's just annoying that I forgot about this mission. Should be reading my notes, but I guess I chose not to.
Oh, the Yoshi lap. Yeah. The Shadow lap, surely. Oh. The Blaze lap. Oh. Yo, let's go.
Just in time.
Ooh,
Also, sometimes this can happen. Sometimes, depending on because of the Daisy, other characters can accidentally run into you and just trip. It's really funny. Right, so that's the mission that I forgot to do. Typically, you do this between the figure skating mission and the Wario and Waluigi mission. I just forgot for some reason, which is a rarity.
Hey, we're back on track.
But now we're back on track. We get the end and we finally get every item, so we now can do every event. Despite the fact we got the Dream Curling thing, we will not be doing a single Dream Curling mission. They suck. They're long. Right, so now we're finally back on track because I did an oopsie. Well, let me go back to Frostdown first and then we're back on track. So actually what I can do is 1, 2. There. So I cleared the split. So I undid a split, went to the wrong Blizzland because I'm not used to going to Blizzland 2 because you never have to. But that's an easy fix. And now we continue the speedrun like nothing wrong happened. Like nothing wrong happened. We don't have to talk about it. Anyway, welcome to the longest rail platform that we have to go on because they really like to extend this one. Like, really like to extend this one. Like, really, I'd like to extend it just to get here. We break that and we click this switch so that we can then go ahead and go back there so that we can then hit this lever so that we can finally get off this pretty useless island in the sky. But I'm actually going to talk a little bit about something while we're here, and that is the lore of this game. So turns out, all of these Chows, Shy Guys, and Penguins that are here got tricked by Bowser and Eggman to build their bases. in promise of like food and stuff. So Bowser and Eggman are literally starving these chows, Shy Guys, and Penguins if people don't do their missions. Which is kind of sad, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of which, speaking of not sad, we're doing some figure skating.
Let's go.
And our goal is simple: collect 99 rings in the Mario melody. So enjoy the first part of the Mario melody. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm gonna skip that because you only care about rings. Sometimes that sound effect does not appear or does not get played. Don't ask why. Oh yeah, there's our 99 rings.
Nice.
We actually got more than 99, but doesn't matter. So that's the second to last mission. Unironically, I said that most characters have a required mission that they have to do. Wario and Waluigi are the only ones that don't. We are not forced to play Wario or Waluigi for any mission, which is interesting. Anyway, we're heading over to the last mission before the last crystal. Before we head into the true end game. So this Chow, you know, it's kind of sad. He's like, he promised them food and is like, yeah, Bowser and Eggman did not do this. Now, this mission can be a bit annoying, unfortunately. Essentially, I'm not going to explain too much extreme snowboarding. We'll get to that later. But the main key thing is I have to do a boost. And to get a boost, to fill up the boost meter, you just have to do tricks in the air. And the main thing is I need to, with the boost, trap someone, which I didn't do there. It's actually one of the cases where it's actually faster if you didn't get the early boost to just reset and try again. I also just love the cast of characters here. It's Blaze, Amy, Vector, and Peach. Clearly one's the odd one out. Please?
Peach.
Nope.
Peach is not on the team.
Right. We do have to do, unfortunately, AI, so I'm going to try and be behind the characters. So, this is fine. I just need to hit one of them. Right, please be kind. Nope. Yeah, this mission can be a bit finicky because every time you restart, the AI just acts slightly differently. So hopefully this time we can hit one of these with the special dash. Just barely missed. Really precise because you have to hit them there. This mission is very much a finicky mission. This is the pattern that we get. Okay. I disagree with the game, but it's fine. Can I hit Amy? No. Come on. We can do this. Yeah, this is a fast minigame, fast mission if, you know, you're proficient. This should do it. No! I got hit by the bomb instead. And that's not gonna make it. I'm getting trolled here. Come on, game. You can do this. I guess this is where all those extra hearts are coming from. Come on. Lining up. Boost. There we go. Took way longer than I wanted to, but it's fine. Yeah. That event can be done in like 5 seconds if you're lucky. But sometimes the AI just like does not want to cooperate and just, yeah, if they put a bomb behind you, it's not fun. Now we've done the final crystal. Now we just have to do a few more of these puzzles to finally get into to save Frosty. So here we're going to break through this. We're then going to. We should not have hit the orange switch because we actually need the orange switch to go the other way first. So we're going to waste time here too. You know, that's fun. We love wasting time. That's the problem of mashing A. Remember, kids, don't mash A.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you have to. Here we're going to switch to Mario. This will be the final switch of the run. We'll be finishing off this journey with a Mario. Unless I press the X button twice, which is a thing because they go both right next to each other. And then, yeah. We're done with these annoying platforms. We will never be seeing them ever again.
Thank God.
Instead, we have pipes to save the place.
It could be worse.
So here we're gonna go towards Mario, towards Mario, towards this pipe, and we're gonna get rid of this ice wall. The final ice wall standing between us and the endgame. But before the ice wall, you might remember A, oh hey look, Dry Bowser again. Hi, how you doing? Second, we have to do a pipe maze. We love pipe mazes, so this one, pretty self-explanatory. Left, top right, top. So we love our mazes in our video games.
Oh, for sure.
Other pipe exits do lead to other goodies, but we don't care. Anyway, here's Dry Bowser. He's going to challenge us to a game of bowling. I mean, dream curling or curling bowling. Unfortunately,
Okay.
we're not a fan. We're not too fan of bowling, unfortunately. So we're just going to just show him the ticket, and that's it. That's it. That's like the final boss, technically. Really, we saved Frosty.
Wow. How anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic, but in reality, this is not the final boss.
Just give him the ticket and say, nah.
The next, well, as I mentioned, this is not the final boss. I also realized I didn't split there, but that's okay. I am just gonna press a button to skip splits. Oh, my live split's being funny. And here comes the actual true showdown. The one place where they actually ticket-proof the thing. Because in order to beat Bowser and Eggman, you must beat Bowser and Eggman 3 times. Back to back to back.
Smart.
And the only characters we're allowed to pick is Mario and Sonic. Because of course. The final showdown, and hey, it's Blazing Bobsled again. Our favorite minigame. So just as before, we're just going to slide down. This minigame I'm not afraid of unless I do something incredibly stupid, which unironically is not a unlikely thing, because I actually have thrown a PB to this minigame, to this event specifically, because I was not...
You're not planning to do anything stupid, though.
I'm not planning to, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. Especially when it comes to the next 2 minigames. Well, next 2 missions. Something really... the next 2 missions are, shall we say, not the funnest experience.
Okay.
And we'll explain why in a moment. But this one, pretty nice minigame.
What would you say in the run is the most fun experience? What event do you enjoy the most?
Honestly, Blazing Bobsleigh is just like a really fun if you do it right. Like the one I'm playing right now, it's like really fun if you just do it right. I haven't done it right correctly yet, but well, fully right, because in the IL you can just like never hit a wall, but it's fine. Anyway, that's the first of 3 missions. Now, remember when I skipped Blaze and Silver twice because ice hockey is slow? We're about to find out why ice hockey is slow and boring.
Oh no.
So, step 1, score. Pretty simple, right? You need to win a game of ice hockey. That's step 1. And with doing that, you guarantee a score. Step 2, stall.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because I imagine if you score, the timer pauses.
Yep.
With it, yeah. So you just gotta go around in circles. Yay!
Thrilling gameplay, everybody. Except if Bowser or Eggman gets a point in, you're basically screwed.
Oh yeah.
Because their AI is, well, their AI right now is not very good because I'm somewhat manipulating their AI and also keeping a focus, and that's why I'm looking down. Because the moment I drop my focus for 1 moment and they get the puck, I'm gonna lose time. So yeah, thrilling gameplay. And this is just the first half. I have to do it again. It's just, yeah, it's 2 minutes just doing this.
Oh, wow. It does look quite funny.
Yeah, enjoy the
I
soundtrack.
wonder if we can get our editors to get a highlight of this and just speed it up 2 times, maybe put like some circus music on it or something.
Yeah, this is fast strats, everybody. This is what speedrunning is all about. Playing lame, winning games. And if anyone tells you you shouldn't play lame, they don't want to win games.
Truly. Oh, that was a funny Eggman animation. Oh, is he going to do it again? Yeah, he's falling over. Bless him. He is trying.
All right, 10 seconds. Don't mess this up.
Oh.
2. There we go.
Nice.
And that's that mission. We also do it optimally because we don't get any. And now it's RNG time. So, who likes some Mario Kart in their Mario and Sonic experience?
Oh, yes, please.
The joke is the answer is meant to be no. But
Oh, okay. No, I don't like
well, too bad. We're gonna have to play some. So this is extreme snowboarding. You've seen me fail the vector minigame like a multitude of times, but that's fine. Now we actually just have to win. We just bombed Bowser, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, essentially we just want to win. That's all that matters. The issue is they have special AI where Bowser and Eggman will target you and you only. So if Eggman has a red blue shell and Bowser's in first, he will not use it. So we just do not want to see any blue shells or just any lightning at all. Or, well, Chaos Emerald, sorry. Or red shells. Because we're just going to get hit. Oh, I guess it landed on the wall, so that's nice. So yeah, that's the main thing. We want to see a shield, ideally. Oh, that's useless. Actually, I want to throw that because if I don't, then they can boo my my thing. Here's a lightning that's gonna happen. Thanks, Eggman. I appreciate it. Don't mind me, I just phased through the egg porn. That's okay. Hopefully we get to see a shield. Don't care about that. Hope we get to see a shield. Thank you. This at least protects me from at least 1 hit. And then here we just go ahead and snake up this. And you might be thinking, oh, it's just over, right? Just 1 lap, right? Nope. We have to do 2 laps of this. Because of course we do.
Wow. Okay.
So far, so good. Like, really, really good. Like, Eggman and Bowser typically tends to be a whole lot more crueler than what they are doing right now. And there's the blue shell. Because of course they are, but I think we have like a very much a significant lead. Here comes another blue shell. Except this time we don't have a shield, so I'm expecting to get hit anytime now. There it is. The IL for this is very much RNG based because you can get speed shoes. Speed shoes are an item in this game. If you didn't know. But getting them is, well, as you can imagine, RNG. There's another blue shell because of course we do. It's just Mario Kart DS except for snowboards. And also a boost. So we're hoping we're just not seeing any boosts either. We also don't want to see ghosts because A, they just stole my item, and B, they also steal my boost as well. And now, thankfully, we do have a shield. We can just boost through all these enemies. We boost through an enemy, we don't get hit. We do just lose our final bit of boost, so we're just gonna snake up. This is very tame from Bowser and Eggman. Normally it goes much worse, but getting a sub 3 minute is actually like not very common, but we did. And that is the final mission.
Nice.
That's it. That's the game. We beat Bowser and Eggman. It is over. And the Olympic Winter Games can finally commence with Bowser and Eggman not being charged for their crimes. Because why would they be?
Who knows? Who knows at this point?
So time will end when so after I skip the credits, time will end when "Thank you for playing" shows up on screen. So skip the credits. Fun fact, there's post-game.
Oh.
Well, you do more missions, but that's not for today, and that's a story for another time. And time.
GG.
So,
Nicely done.
now that we have a little bit of time, because, because Bowser and Eggman decided to be extremely nice, we don't need to save the game. We can just go to my normal save file. We can now... Who wants to see some figure skating?
Me.
So, how much time do we have for figure skating? Just so I'm aware.
I say probably got about 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes. So we'll just do the...
whilst we're sort of closing off and saying our.
All right. So we have enough time to do, at the very least, the dream events, which uses Mario and Sonic songs. So
Nice.
Where's dream skating? There you are. Ultimate figure skating. Hey, why don't you pick a character who we dance with?
Knuckles. It's got to be. Although actually, he might not be the goofiest out of the bunch. Whoever's the goofiest out of the bunch, you'd say.
Start with Eggman.
Eggman, surely. Yeah, it's gotta be.
For each song, we'll pick three different characters. So let's start with the Mario melody, and I'm just gonna be quiet and let you guys enjoy.
Oh, he looks amazing. So majestic. Oh my gosh. He's so good with it. Can't keep a straight face. It's a boss.
All
Wow.
right, that's the first one.
Incredible.
We'll be saving We'll next be doing the Mario and Sonic melody. We'll be saving the best melody for last. And you know what? We'll give some Blaze the spotlight because we denied Blaze the opportunity to do this song earlier against Daisy.
Nice. Well, whilst this one is going on, we'll try and give some airtime to the music, but it might be worth doing our closing off now because we do have other Hotfix shows coming along and we do not want to steal the airtime off them. So, Crisis, whilst the Blazers tearing the track up now, have you got any shoutouts in regards to this game?
Shoutouts to the Mario and Sonic speedrunning community. I basically just stole their route and then made it better. So
nice.
And yeah, you should definitely go check them out. They have a Discord for every single game. So it's one Discord for all the games. So if you are interested in speedrunning this game or just any of the other games, yeah, go check them out. Definitely more of an IL leaderboard place than a actual RTA thing, but there are some RTA speedruns if you're interested. And there's also just, goofy fun like this. There's also a lot of score attacks so that you can do that instead if you prefer that.
Nice. And then if folks want to catch more of what you do, whereabouts can they find you?
You can find me on pretty much most social media places. Twitch at, the @ thing that's definitely below us. You can also find me on YouTube. Currently, it's just PBs and world records there for primarily Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But I am working on some scripted content, so stay tuned for that.
Okay.
We gotta do it.
Alrighty. Oh, Bowser.
And now,
What a guy.
for my favorite song, for my favorite melody, the Sonic melody. You will enjoy all 3 of the songs.
Well, folks, as this is happening, we're going to be closing off Going Places. I'm not going to be too loud. I'm going to try and whisper into the mic, but don't forget that after this, not only is there going to be some grudge match action, there's also going to be some parallel universe action. He is so majestic with it. He hit that landing as well. So big thank you to Chrysosaurus. Definitely worth checking him out. And check out Going Places when we're on in another 2 weeks' time. What's going to be on the show? Who knows? What I do know is that also this weekend, this Sunday, we are going to be having some Sonic Shuffle action. In fact, I almost said Sonic Unleashed because endless possibilities, but no, we're going to have some Sonic Shuffle this weekend, which is going to be a whole load of fun. By the same people who made Mario Party. You'd think, oh, they can make a Sonic Party game that's all right. It's questionable. But this is incredible. I think as we're transitioning into the next show, folks, just enjoy what we have left of Bowser, and we will see you very, very soon. Bravo. Incredible.